Such a catchy little jingle from Mr. Loyalty. Welcome back, everybody, to Borderlands 2 on the PS Vita. We have 77. We have 477% shams, and I think it's about time we're due for a 94. Let's get the counters and everything up here. Sound is a little quiet because I'm sparing your ears from the wrath that is bunker audio. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for being late. I was watching the Habs game to no degree of success, so we're gonna shove that aside and hope that the sham farming goes better than that. Run 1267, the funny number. Let's see if we get lucky. Let's see. I don't know. It's been a little while since we've had a sham farm stream. By the way, for the, not the previous sham farm, but the one before it, huge props to you guys. Huge thank you to you guys. It's currently sitting at just under 2,000 views, which is insane to think about. It's actually, it's really cool to see people interested in this version of the game, despite the fact that it's been left for dead by many. But, you know, and I think the funny thing is that most people know of its existence, but, like, they know about it, but don't know about it. It's kind of like, yeah, I know about this thing, but I don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know about any great details of it. Like, I assume they think that it's just regular Borderlands 2, but really crappily performing, but in reality, it's a lot more than that, so... And we're trying to be the first ones to find Sham on here. Or 94 Sham. Let's get started. He's giving us the crappy way of starting off, but it's the second worst way. Let's get back into the swing of things. I saw that Unreal Engine 6 has been unveiled for Rocket League as the starting game. I'm not sure why they decided to... Well, Unreal Engine's made by Epic Games, isn't it? And, like, Rocket League is now Epic Games. It's not all Psionics or whatever they were called. But still, I feel like car racing game seems like a little bit of an odd choice to showcase it, but maybe they're playing it safe. You know, Rocket League's not a demanding game in any respect to run, so maybe they're just playing it safe with an easy-to-run game to see where it goes. But, because Unreal Engine 5 was kind of sucky, and it was not very well optimized. You're not a sham. Okay. Well... It's not every run you're gonna start off with a sham right off rip, and I don't think we did last time either. It was the second or third run that we got a sham. But I saw online that somebody was farming bunker and got a sham and a bunker SMG in the same drop. And nothing. That's okay. No funny number sham drop, but you know what? We keep going. That's just what we do. Forgot to shut off my handheld Vita. I was playing Fruit Ninja in between in the intermissions of the hockey game. And usually the PlayStation Vita and TV get in a little bit of a fuss if you have two devices with the same account on at the same time. But, like, it's technically in sleep mode, so I don't know if it receives a notification, then it's gonna, you know, boot up back to life, or I'm not sure what conditions need to happen for that. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm also thinking about either tomorrow or Wednesday continuing on our Minecraft PS Vita series. Haven't done that one in a while, but you know what, it's... playing some Minecraft every now and then is not terrible. It's not bad. I saw that on Java Edition they added multiplayer, like actual proper online multiplayer to it. Mr. Fatal, welcome my friend. How are we? Tipples. Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure why it took Microsoft this long to implement a friend list system and joining system. Because you could always host to LAN, but other than that, if you wanted to make an online game, you'd have to either buy a realm or use some third-party server hosting website thing. So, wasn't the most elegant thing in the world, but it worked. But now you can just do it regularly, but you know what? The Vita version always had online. There's a loud sound. The Vita version always had it. Alright. But yeah, thinking about doing one of those. Get a like on the live. Thank you, my friend, on TikTok. Thinking about doing one of those within the next couple days. Join back in, see what that... I did try testing, because I've been curious about this for the longest time, because the Vita TV lets you plug in, or lets you, I guess, sync more than one controller. I think you can do at least 4 controllers, like any game console. And, you know, you can hold the PlayStation button and see the number that it is, right? How is it running so good? The gods' palms have blessed our PS Vita TV today. I don't know. Man. So, I thought, you know, it has the ability to house more than one controller, and I thought that was a little weird at first, because it's playing PS Vita games, and to my knowledge, there does not exist a PS Vita game that supports any kind of split-screen local play. Because why would it? It's a handheld device. But then I thought, you know, it's Minecraft, right? They had to update the game to get it to work with the PlayStation TV anyway, so maybe they added a feature or something to it. Potential split-screen multiplayer, even if it's just 2 players, right? Like, so I synced up a second controller to it, and, you know, it read as controller 2. It didn't shut off when I loaded up Minecraft, but unfortunately, it does not work like that. There's no split-screen multiplayer available on the PS Vita version if you're playing it on the PlayStation TV, which I'm not upset about. Like, I kind of get that, and I don't think there would ever exist a scenario where I would want to do that, or where I find myself doing that. So, but, you know, it still has online multiplayer, which is fine. What else? What else was... Oh, yeah. So I figured that the more than one player aspect of the PlayStation TV is probably for remote play. Like when you're remote playing a PS4 and you're playing a split-screen game or something like that. Like, I think that's probably why. Which I understand. And the remote play on the PS TV isn't terrible. If you're using it over Wi-Fi, it's less than desirable, because it has the Vita network chip in it, but it is extremely prone to interference and disconnects. If you've ever tried to download a game, like a bigger game, obviously, if you've ever tried to download a bigger game on the PS TV over Wi-Fi, you'd know that it just takes an outrageous amount of time when it really shouldn't. But it's just because it keeps losing connection with whatever server it's trying to connect to download the game. So if possible, do it over Ethernet, and remote play becomes a dream. The 2013-2014 dream, mind you. How many sham? We got 43 shams, or 10 shams under our bunker SMGs, so I would like to think that means that through the will of the Force we get balanced balance for the bunker, for the shams. But as we know, the game is not kind to us sham farmers. Life is tough. The world is tough. And we don't get one anyway. I feel like if you don't... Was that a last go? No. Looks like one. It's got the same skin as one. I feel like if you don't get a sham within the first 3 or 4 runs, then you just know it's going to be a long night. I don't know. That wasn't from him. Then again, last time we did get like a couple shams right off the hop. And then didn't see a sham for quite some time, but we did have we had 3 shams last stream, so we were on like it's the second most amount of shams we've had per stream. 4 is the most, and one of them was a 77. I think one of them was a 78. I think the first one that dropped was a 78. Second one I don't remember, and then the third one was the 77. And I crashed out, and you know, it was demoralizing, to put it lightly. At least my face feels better now. It's not all beet red and could cook food if you put it on put food on it. The sunburn has receded a little bit. My arm is still, I'm not wearing my watch, and well, the camera doesn't really pick it up very well. You can see where the watch usually goes up here. So put sunscreen on, wear sunscreen. It wasn't even that warm that day. It was like 15 degrees, but the sun was... The UV index, the one high schooler was telling me, the one volunteer for the track and field, she's like, oh, it's so nice. I'm like, oh, is it? Shouldn't you be in class? What are you doing? Boom. I gotta think of things that I want to do in the Minecraft stream, because we already have the enchantment table. I know that was #1 priority for a while. And then I'm pretty sure we got our Fortune 3 pickaxe too, which is #2 priority. So I think what we need to do now is get full diamond armor. I have 30 diamonds, so I don't think that's enough. Is it 24 for a full set or 30? Something. I don't remember. But I'd say we get some more of those. Strip mine a little bit. And then go from there. Maybe I'll like look up something to build. I'm not good at building. Damn, still trying for the sham, Mr. Potlicker. Always we're still trying. We can only try until we get it, so until we get it, we will be trying. 24. It's 24 for a full set? Thank you, Mr. Fatal. Alright, so then maybe we'll make that. I know I don't have enough levels to fully enchant it, but I would like to get the best possible enchantments on it. Man, these items were bouncing over here a little too much. A little too much freedom. That's a cool looking shotgun with its very little textures. Although you could always villager trade for diamonds. In the legacy version, yes, you could. I think the only problem in our world is that there's like 2 villagers. So you can't make a villager spawner with just 2, right? Like you need at least 3. I have one world on my like actual handheld where I built a villager spawner within a village to just maximize the population in it. Don't do that too much if you're on the Vita, because it will tank the frames, but it's not that hard to build. Like, you just need to build a little underground part, have 3 doors underneath it, and then above, like, have a little section where you trap them in, and then give the one underneath some food, or give them all some food. You can also convert zombie villagers. That's true. They're not the most common things on the legacy versions, though. And we also need golden apples, and I can't remember, do we have potions in that world yet? I think we did. Because we need the weakness potions. Do you have any shams, or just trying for the 94? Oh yeah, that's right. You're on the TikTok stream, so you can't see the run counter and the sham and the bunker SMG. We're at run 1271. And we have 43 shams, 4 of which are 77% shams. The first one I was proud of. The second one was like, yeah, okay. Third one, it was just a joke, and the fourth one, I wanted to jump through the front window. So, had no clue there was a handheld version of this, anything unique, apart from the abysmal performance. Oops, I didn't think I triggered that. The Bone Shredder exists and doesn't exist. It has a hard time staying in the material realm. Here's the Bone Shredder. I'll inspect it for you since you're new. Here it is in all of its glory. Let me rotate it a little bit for you there. Great. So yeah, there's that. And it didn't get a lot of the DLCs, so it only got the Torg and Oasis, and the UVHM Upgrade 1, Krieg and Gauge, and a whole bunch of other cosmetics. So your maximum is level 61, there's no OP levels, which would be hell on earth anyway. Gasp, Borderlands. Oh yeah. Oop. He's doing the other thing. I'm out of focus. I'm dead. There's two of them. Is there two of them? No, it's a jet loader. Wasting time! And B-shield, where did it go? Alright, don't leave. But yes, we're playing on a PlayStation TV, so we're cheating a little bit in that it's not entirely handheld, but this is the only way to get what is the guy just hovering above me? This is the only way to get footage off of a Vita without emulating it or... Oh, bro, stun locking him. He's stun locking him. What a G, thank you. I was wondering why that guy was just staying in place. This is wild, lol. Oh, Mr. John, welcome, my friend. You saved yourself. Oh, you know this game very well, I see. This was my first experience with a Borderlands game, was on the Vita, and I, you know, downloaded it on my handheld one. And then, you know, went from there, got it on the PS3, got it on the PS4, and the Mac. Physically, it's sealed, I'm proud of it. It was $4 on eBay. But yes, this is the version. I'm pretty sure this channel is one of the few, if not the only, posting any kind of Vita Borderlands content to a reasonable degree at this point. So we're putting it back online. We played the whole story, all 3 modes, multiplayer through the last 2, and streamed it all, so that's all out there too. So, you know, in case you wanted to see. This Vita, indeed it is. We're playing the physical version too. I have the physical version here, because the PSTV takes physical Vita games as well, which is pretty neat. Holy game frames, they're pretty holy, you know. God has graced it himself, I would imagine. Might have dropped it a few times, but... Hyperion surveyors are weak to corrosion. They're all weak to corrosion! What Hyperion thing outside of the regular soldier is not weak to corrosion? Yeah, that's cool just for the fact that this isn't something people typically see live. Well, you know, there's that too. I don't know if anybody has actually streamed this live, other than Mr. Honest Liar a few times when we played together. He was the guy we did the multiplayer with. So, outside of that, I don't think you really would ever see this live. So, dude, Mr. Skeleton, welcome, my friend. How are we? Just got here, was kind of watching an award show right now because my favorite band won a category for... Oh, nice. What's your favorite band? I was watching the Habs game, and I'm upset and sad about it, so I decided to sham fart. What a waste of time. Oh yeah, I said it explained the Ren stuff from the... Oh yes, that's right. That's right, Mr. Fado, right on top of it. But yes, back in 2014, this was the only way to play Borderlands 2 on the go, and I think it shares a lot of the charm that the legacy version of Minecraft would have had at the same time as well. Mind you, that one looked and performed a lot better than this, but, you know, it's a beloved console game that at the time you wouldn't ever have thought of running on portably. Like, outside of the Vita, Minecraft, if you wanted to play it portably, you could play it on Pocket Edition, which didn't have a lot at the time, or the Xperia Play, which I'm pretty sure was also dead at that point, so... So it was huge. You got the full game, and at the time of release, this was the full game. Like, they didn't have all the DLCs out yet. So you were getting the full experience on the go for the first time in a device that was fanless and could get you 6 hours of battery life. And looked really nice on the OLED, and had multiplayer with voice chat. So you know what? It did a lot of things right as well. I think that gets overshadowed by the wrongs of the performance, but you know, I still like it. It's a little weird playing it on a TV because it's still at 540p, because that's what a Vita screen is, and blowing it up to a 40-inch screen might not be the best thing to do, but you know what? If that's what it takes to record it, put it online for other people to see, then I'll do it. Even if we don't get a Sham. We did not get any World Drop Legendaries last time either, which kind of sucked, but you know what? Maybe I'll take like 3 Shams over that. Hopefully the stream doesn't shut down on me midway through, like during the Battlefront one. That kind of sucked. So basically, I did see Ren again at the convention last week, and as it turns out, she's in some sort of relationship with a celebrity who I idolize called Chadamus. His name is Chadamus. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Fatal, that sounds like the final boss of Chad. Chadamus. I can imagine him being like 18 feet tall, and he's got like the opera music behind him as he walks into the stage. Who's popular in the community? Oh, one of my favorite bands, 21 Pilots. Okay. Yeah, I've heard it. I think I've listened to music from 21 Pilots in my days. However, that didn't stop her at the party. Oh, okay. I'm not reading all this out loud. Chadamus. Fortunately, did not. Okay. Sounds like you had an eventful weekend, Mr. Fatal. That's insane. Also, Chadamus is insane. That's an like, is that his like actual name, or is that just like a name that he goes by in the community? Because if that's his actual name, I want to know the origin of it right now. Got another like on the live. Thank you, my friend, on TikTok. 1,488 likes already. Holy crap. Much appreciated. Hopefully I can find a Sham for you this time. Is it cheating if I, like, get some AI bot to do this for me? I don't know. I feel it. You know, there's no spirit in that. Sure, would it save me time, effort, and sanity? Yes. Where's the fun in that? Damn, I have a headache again, but I'm gonna try my best to stick around for the whole stream. Gonna grab some snacks. Alright, Mr. Skeleton. I'm not holding you down here. Try lowering the screen brightness, or just listen to the audio. I mean, it's a Sham farm, right? Like, it's gonna be the same thing over and over again unless we find a Sham. I'll podcast it for you. That's what we should do. We were joking about it in the Battlefront stream. Find a streaming service that lets you stream over radio waves. You could have me on in the car. I wonder if Mr. Zach would like to join the Minecraft stream, because I know he has a jailbroken Vita now, so that could be pretty cool. Is the Vita version supported 4 players? I think it was just 4 players. Like, it wasn't 8-player online. I think that was too much for it, but it was 4 players. Don't do this to me, man. Just balance it out. Just sprinkle one in every now and then, but don't let me go like 85 runs without one. That wasn't a pearl, was it? No, I'm insane. If we end up finding all of the pearls out of bunker before we find the 94 sham, I will shed a tear. Oh, there's more. Talk to me, but she's shooed. Is that how you spell shoot? I think so. Shall be good for you, Mr. Fatal, remaining conscious there. Yeah, he's sick and twisted. You know what? Fair. The people have spoken. I will give my life for this game and get the shield. Suppose Chatham is not his real name to answer your question. Okay, I was wondering, like, but it's got to stem from Chad, right? Like, there's no way you willingly give yourself the name like Chadamus and not have the root word be Chad. Delusionment. That's the word. That's a word. Nice. This looks like Spyro. What's wrong with Spyro? Is that to say that it looks like a PS1 game? Thank you for the follow, my friend, and the likes. Thank you. Is that to say that it looks like a PS1 game? Because I can assure you the PS Vita runs PS1 games a lot better than this. That's the other thing you could buy a PS TV for, because you can mod them, right? You can also mod a PS3, and that will give you 1080p. But if a PS TV, for whatever the reason, is all you have, it's a great little PS1 emulator. And much of the games were just supported natively anyway, since you could download them from the store. But if you do have a modded system, you can just download them for the low price of free. You didn't hear it from me, though. And, you know, play them that way. Or you could load up, like, I'm sure you can get, like, RetroArch on it and everything, right? So you can load up your own ROMs and ISOs and play them that way. So if, for whatever the reason, you find yourself in the situation where you only have a PS TV, then it's not a bad little device for PS1 emulation. Mr. Gabriel, welcome, my friend. You on PS4 or PS5? I'm going to let you guess that. I'm going to let you guess as to which one you think we're on. I'm going to share on the live too. Thank you, my friends. Appreciate the love in the community. As you watch the years fade away from my life looking for the shield. By the way, for the TikTok people, I'm also streaming on YouTube, so I have like the run counter on there and the sham counter. We're at run 1274, we have 43 shams, 53 bunker SMGs. I didn't keep count of the customizations, because that's dumb. And we've had a slew of world drops, so... 4. No, we're not on the PS4. I'll give you another guess. Come on! Oh, come on, he can't hit himself with the bombs. Doesn't say that Ren isn't a believer, but she apparently also tried to hit on one of the friends. Sounds like this person just isn't for you, Mr. Fatal. I think you dodged a bullet by not staying with her. No! I swear to God I saw it. Ah! I got my hopes up. See, I don't really want to talk to her anytime soon. I don't idolize Chadamus anymore. Good for you. The name alone would be enough for me to stop. Had to see him on my feet. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Lol 5. Is it cheating if someone gave you a 94 sham, but it's OP10? I would challenge you to try and get me an OP10 item on this version. This is the PS Vita version of the game. This is This is not the PS4 or PS5 version. That's just insulting to those versions. Well, PS5 is the PS4 version, but we're playing on the PS Vita. Got the physical game right here on the Vita. We're playing, let me join you, that's so tough. Yeah. But yes, no, I would not accept a 94 Sham from somebody else anyway, even if they were on the Vita, so we gotta find this thing fair and square. We've dedicated ourselves to it because two people said during the story playthrough that they would love to see it. So I'm like, alright, let's do it. We're trying to be the first people to ever find the 94 Sham on the PS Vita version because, as far as our research is concerned, we have not found evidence of anybody or mention of anybody ever finding it on this version, so we're trying to be the first. Mr. Donut Lord, welcome, my friend. How are we? How are you on this stormy Monday night? Oh, it's not a stormy day. It was actually a beautiful day today. It was a little warmed up a little bit. It was like 25, 26 degrees Celsius at the high, but nice day for walking, nice day for cutting the grass. Grass was thick. I don't know. I've never, like, because we got a new lawnmower and I've never seen it struggle with anything before, but like, it rained 2 days ago, but it had been a while since the grass had been cut, and she was chugging. She was spitting out chunks of grass, but we made it through. And now the lawn just looks like everybody. I think both the next door neighbors also mowed their lawn today, so every time you step outside, you just get that fresh spring/summer grass smell. So it's lovely. Once we get the 94 Sham, Fred will gain essentially invincibility. I think he's already earned his invincibility. He'll earn his place in the Borderlands Hall of Fame. Well, I mean, we gotta find all the pearls too, with Fred. And then I think he will be close to immortal in terms of celebrity status. Have we had an 87 yet? Like, just in general, or today? We haven't found any Shams yet today. But I'm more than positive I've found an 87 Sham before. Who lived? Nobody lived. Fred will essentially be a Greek god with a 94 Sham. You know what? I like that. Zeus, your son has returned. I bring the destruction of the 94 Sham. If we only had one. It's that Timmy Turner scene with his dad. He's in like just the men world. Here's where I'd put my trophy. If only I had one. 360 or PS3? I'm gonna let you guess that, my friend. I'm gonna let you take your best guess. I'll give you 3 guesses, even though you gave me 2 options. For today. No, we haven't found an 87 yet today. Yes, I know that was your guess. We have not found any Shams today, but it's still very early on in the stream. We got lots of time. Lots of water here to drink, so, you know, we're good. Shoot a psycho in the... Okay. I didn't need to... See how fast the Vita load times are? I didn't even get to read that hint. That's how fast it was. I'm gonna be the chicken sandwich god with a 94 Sham. Guess wild. Mr. Donut Lord has found himself within both the YouTube and the TikTok stream. That's alright. I'm like, does the TikTok stream have the title in it? Because I set the title the same as the YouTube one, and it has the name of the thing we're playing. I know sometimes that, sometimes TikTok streams have weird titles or something. You gotta do something specific with them. I don't know. No idea. I'm not, like, I don't have the TikTok live studio thing like I'm sure many people do. The only reason it's vertical in any form is because of OBS and the new plugin things that they added not too long ago. Other than that, it would have just been the full screen thing like it is on YouTube, and that looks really weird. I don't even know how to see the title. It would be, like, before you click on the live. Like, you know, you're just kind of scrolling and you find it. It should be there somewhere? Or at the top of the live? I don't know. Because a lot of people in the TikTok ask, like, what is this? And I'm like, it's in the title. The Borderlands 2 PS Vita 94 Sham farm, but maybe it doesn't show up on the TikTok. Or it's not as easy to see. I don't know. You're hurting my efficiency, Bunker. Let's go. At least he gives me a fast kill to make up for it. The very loud, compressed sounds are in my ear. Oh, you suck. Who hit me? There we go. Like, nothing in UVHM should be taking 2 health away from me. Yet, it's something just tickles the B shield. Just enough where I don't notice it, but, you know, it doesn't do the things that it's supposed to do. 360. I forgot the 360 part. Can't wait to get a Sham at the end of the stream, not to jinx anything. Yeah, I know. We've had that happen a couple of times, which is not my favorite thing to do in the world. But it's looking like it's gonna be that way. Why couldn't you be better? Where are you? Why couldn't you be better? Couldn't you be the Sham? It can drop out here. It has been known to happen. As just a world drop, but like, we have yet to see that. You know, that's just a slap in the face, I feel. You read any comics? Not particularly. I know my fiance has a lot of the Vader comics. Like, we have this... There's this antique place about half-hour from here, and it's like an antique warehouse, right? And it's got 4 floors, and it's huge. And it used to be a warehouse building, and then they turned it into this antique place. And so there's like tons of booths of people just selling whatever, right? And there was this one booth that we went to, and it was just boxes and boxes and boxes of comics. So she found a whole bunch of Star Wars ones there. So she has the comics, but I don't particularly find myself reading comics now. What are some of your favorites? Because I assume asking me that question means that you also read them. What's up, my fellow Sham-a-slammers, Mr. or Mrs. Pico? Pico. Nice name. How's it going? I love the profile picture. Love the cat. Is that the name of the cat? What day are you on? The day we're getting the Sham. I want to say day 34, potentially. 34, 35, 33. It's in that range. I'm running out of the... We made the joke last time. Running out of time cards. Running out of things to put in the thumbnails. So I only made 50. Christly. Yeah, no kidding. It's, We're doing it. We're on run 1277. So we're still within the realm of getting a Sham at 94. I think we did some math last time. So we're within the number. Ah, crap. The B shield amplifies the crap out of this gun. Jeez. But yes, we've been doing this for like 10 months on and off, which is a lot of time, but Sham farm. Bang. Oh. We got 2 damage. Uh. Weave. Is this old gen? This is about as old gen as you can get. This is the PS Vita version. I'm gonna go on the assumption then that it does not show the title on the TikTok, which kind of sucks. But yes, this is the PS Vita version. We're playing on a PlayStation TV. Also accepts physical Vita games, so we're using the physical version. I like Invincible and new Absolute DC Universe comics. Ooh. Yes, the Invincible ones I know have been regaining popularity ever since the show had its last season there. I had no idea it was a comic beforehand. My one buddy in teacher's college was telling me, because he's all about that stuff, right? And he was telling me about the similarities and differences from the comics and everything, and what he thought his predictions for the next episodes were going to be. So, no, my cat's name is Cat. I'm very original. You know what? I respect that. I had a hamster as a kid called Hammy. You know, it's very descriptive of what the thing is, right? Like, you know. Do you hurry this up? I'm all the time crazy. Yeah, there we go. I used to have a cat named Dog. People got very confused when you call her Dog and then have a... Yeah, but, like, why would you do that, though? It's, that just seems needlessly confusing. Like, having a hamster named Hammy just makes sense. Bro, hell yeah. Thank you, my friend. We're trying. We're doing our best here. Mr. Pop-Tart, welcome, my friend. Let's go, Mealin'. Back at it with the Sham Farm. Indeed, Mr. Jeff, welcome. Still haven't gotten it yet. I feel like... Should I have at this point? People keep saying that. I'm like... Or Nathan. No, it's Mealin'. Nathan's my brother's name. That's just the username I had from when we were kids. His was the other way around. That was our Minecraft usernames. Like, once we eventually got... Pocket Edition, I want to say. Like, when you had to... You know, it was back before you had accounts for anything, right? For Pocket Edition, it was just enter a name that would be seen by whoever you're playing multiplayer with, and then that's just what we called them, and then it stuck forever. And I made the YouTube channel when I was 11 or 12. It's been like 11 years, I think. So, you know. It is what it is. Let's see if we can read these real quick. I got into the Invincible comic after watching the show, but after reading a bit... Hey, it's moving! A bit of it now, I like it more than the show. Oh, okay. Hot take. Cat named Dog is pretty epic. Epic. It has a lot that they left out of the show. Okay. So it's typical, like... literature to cinema conversion stuff where you just don't have the time to put everything in there. My cat's name is Ezio. I think that's the guy's name from Assassin's Creed, right? That's the one Assassin's name. I apologize if I said that wrong. Bro, today would be nice. The sun is setting! Oh my god, please touchdown. Hey, no more hitting me with this bullcrap 1 damage. That was not a good use of the clip. That one was. I heard the art for the Invincible comic is very good. Haven't seen the show yet, though. It's a pretty graphic show. Like, for it being a cartoon, they do use artistry to its full potential, and animation and all that. So. Okay, I didn't think I hit that guy that hard. Ooh, I killed the turret! He activated the laser beams. You know what, I'm fine. I don't need to worry. IDK, am I overreacting to this whole... You know what, I think you are reacting perfectly fine. It's an environment that does not seem very... inviting or beneficial to you, definitely, at this point, so stepping away from it. Also, the dude's name is Chatamus. That should have been, like, a red flag day one. Stepping away from that is the best thing that you can do. There's no sense in in immersing yourself in that, right? Like, you're just hurting yourself at that point willingly, at least, because you know. So take it easy, regroup, you know, make sure you're doing fine, and then reassess the situation later with a new mindset. And maybe you don't even end up going back. That's fine, but you'll have gone through that process of reassessment at least. Chatamus, what a guy. Where's the 94 Sham? Just need to see it, man. Just once. That's not the 94 Sham, is it? I don't think so. That looks really ugly. But if it is, then it looks really nice. Maybe I just need to not talk for one Sham run. Because every single Sham run we have done, every one of the 1,279 runs, I have spoken. And maybe that's why. Next run, I will not say a word. And then we'll see if we get lucky. Who knows? Maybe the game is listening to me. Despite the fact that microphones, unless they are Bluetooth, do not work on the PSTV, even though you have a PS4 controller. Huge missed opportunity for the multiplayer aspect of it. I'm actually wondering if I should try this. Because I know the plugging headphones into the PS4 controller doesn't work on the PSTV when you're playing Vita games. But I wonder if when you do remote play to a PS4, if it, like, enables that? I don't know. That would be interesting. That would give potential. Dude, you gotta be quicker than this. There's a warloader up there. Hurry up. He's doing all the sounds. Okay. Just gotta stand out of reach. Out of range. Should be fine. There we go. Alright, brother. The Lord has you in his palms. You too. You can go. Ooh. Definitely want to come back, but I don't want to spend all my time right now on it. You know what? That's fair. Mr. Carmen, welcome, my friend. How are we? It's been a little while. How are you doing? Like, Black Noir from The Boys, I'm thinking I'll make his super suit. I feel like there's a lot of potential in that show for cosplaying. You gotta do Spider-Man cosplay, you gotta do a Tobey Maguire suit. I feel like that could look really cool, if done correctly. Anything in here? Man, where's all the cool things? Where's the balance? Alright. I'm not talking for this run. See if that works. 1K? 1K what? Oh, the likes? I think we're at 1K already. We're at 1,500, it says. I'm thinking I'll make his super... Where is my super suit? Alright. Silence from this point on. Do you go live on YouTube or no? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now. I think the YouTube link is in the TikTok bio thing, so if you want to join on there, feel free. Get more of a full screen experience. Alright, silence. Oh, well, that was a whole lot of nothing. Stealth run. That made me laugh when I saw it. Man, there really is nothing you can do to get this shield done. What's the closest percent you've gotten? 90% is the closest we've got. We have 477 shams, though. That is worth pointing out. Man. What the hell? You're not a pearl. Well, I mean, it's good to know that I don't have to not speak to get shams. I'm calling it this. This is the run. I didn't even read that before. Get a matching grip TD or pistol. Oh, I didn't even look for that. I should have looked. ASMR sham farming. I don't know. You know it's bad when like you have to resort to melee attacks in UVHM. It's just like muscle memory kicks in at that point, even though it goes nowhere. All right, Mr. Pico, I'm calling you. I'm gonna. Wait, no, he actually didn't even say it for the shield. I'm like, this is the run. No. I don't know. Like I said, the first person to guess 2 shams correctly in a row would get like free merch if we ever decide to do merch. And I think, is it who, I don't remember who got who, somebody last time got the sham right. Like somebody guessed 77 and got it right. So they're at like a streak of 1. I don't know. I can't remember if it was Mr. John or somebody else. Somebody said it. Or Mr. Jaffer. So like, can't prove it didn't happen then. I mean, can a white pistol drop like that? Because I feel like then there's a high chance of that happening. I didn't know this was on the Vita. Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it till you loaded it. Till you loaded in. The load times was what gave it away. Not the everything else. The you know, the RTX global illumination, the 8K hyper realistic photorealistic textures, the definitely not frame gen performance, native 144 hertz. Load times and potato graph. Okay, well, you know what? It's hilarious. I'm glad somebody finds humor in my misery. No, this version's not that bad, alright? You know, just keep your expectations in check. And pray once or twice, maybe, and then you're good. And then you can have fun. It's every bit as Borderlands 2 as the next version. Minus the DLCs it didn't get. So it's every bit of Borderlands 2 up until 2014 as the next version. Well, it's almost as bad as the PS3. What do you mean almost as bad as the PS3? What kind of PS3 are you playing on? PS3 ran the game at 720p 30 frames. With greatly improved graphics and load times if you had an SSD. Thinking I'll record an hour of every Rec Room story game, no commentary, Jumbotron. Oh, okay. Doing a little documentary, Mr. Fatal, of Rec Room before it goes down. It goes down in a couple days, right? June 1st? June has 30 days, right? So May has 31, so it goes down in, what, 5 days? Technically 6, maybe? Damn, that's sad. That's sad to think about. You know what's worse? No shams! What must I do? What more must I do? What must I sacrifice? You want my pancreas? Take it. It doesn't work anyway. The loot falling frames. Oh yeah, that's the best part. When you shoot a gun, when everything comes raining down, like, it lags so much, and they've saved so many resources for the Vita version that the loot does not jump and bounce around. Like, it's almost always going to land in the exact same spot if he's facing forward. Like, if he's turned off to the side, then yeah, sure. But like it all groups together, just to save the you know, ones and zeros that it'll put out. Occasionally RAM at 30 frames. I mean, not as bad as this, but it's definitely dip. Yeah, you know, it's not a lock 30, right? Like it does dip, especially when you get into the UVHM, and I think the Tina DLC really tanks it. But you know what? It's a lot more consistent than this. Textures look way better. Load, like, I kid you not, going from this to the PS3 for load times, it's a stark difference. And you also have 4-player multiplayer on the PS3, which you don't get on here. You get 2 players, which still works. Still works really well, actually. We've done many a documentary on that when we play through the story mode. Wish more devs knew how to properly code for the cell processor. Yes, they needed to use the SPUs a lot more than they did, and a lot of the time, game developers would just put like the anti-aliasing stuff on the SPUs. But then you got people like Naughty Dog who would actually, you know, fully put GPU loads on those or on the SPUs and divide it a lot better. Farming a perfect Sham, indeed we are, my friend. We're trying to be the first people to ever find the 94 Sham on the PS Vita version of the game. Closest we've come is the 90%, and we have 477 Shams, which I feel like should become a shirt. But we continue on, immortalizing this version on the internet through Sham farms. Thank you for the follow, my friend. PS3 version BL2 is my life. We got more people out there building the community. Uncharted Golden Abyss was such a solid game too. I love Golden Abyss. I know a lot of people hate it, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's just the fact that it's on the Vita, or like, yeah, sure, it wasn't the best Uncharted game out of all of them, but I feel like it was better than 1. Like, the set pieces were a little smaller than 1, but the combat was a lot better. The gyro aiming definitely helped that. Man. Brother, come on. Don't do this to me where we go 3 hours without a Sham. We already did that twice in a row. I see. So that's how it's gonna be today. Dude, I couldn't even beat Borderlands on the Vita. It was genuinely an experience. It was one of the experiences of all time. That's the whole reason why we did the story playthrough of this game, streaming it initially, was to actually just see what would the experience have been like back in the day when you bought it, you know, after the patches it received. Believe it or not, it wasn't using the full amount of RAM. Like, if you look at the patch notes, like when you have the physical version, it tells you, you know, during one of the updates, it enabled more RAM usage, which it sorely needs. But the whole reason why we wanted to was to see, you know, what's the experience like playing through it. And eventually Mr. Honest Liar joined us for the TVHM and UVHM playthrough, so we got some multiplayer gameplay as well, which was really cool to see. And we didn't, like, this isn't a modded Vita, right? Like, this is a stock PSTV, so we're getting stock performance out of it. Just, again, mainly to see, is it possible? Or what is the experience like? Not the best Uncharted game, but by far not the worst either. No, it's absolutely not the worst. Like, I love the scene in one of the kind of earlier chapters when you have to, you know, you get a blank piece of paper and you think it's a map, and it's like, hold the map up to light, and you have to actually hold your Vita up to a light, and then it slowly reveals the map. That was the coolest feature for me, and the sniper aiming's decent too. Like, Using the back touchpad to zoom in and out of your scope, swiping up and down just felt really natural for me. And the gyro aiming really helps. This game has gyro aiming too on the Vita, but unfortunately it's locked to the handheld. Like, I can't... Like, I can enable it right now, but it's not going to use the gyroscope in the PS4 controller, so... It is what it is. Be the first person to get a 77 Sham as well. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we were the first people to get a 77 on the Vita. And I can guarantee we're the first person to get 4 77s on the Vita, so... We're making history. You want to help me make history in the right way, please? 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 This didn't need to happen. Crashing the simulator. Oh. You suck, brother. Is 2026 even possible? What? I mean, we're living in it, right? Is that not possible? Ooh, look, a gun I'm never gonna use. Guaranteed plasma caster. I love how I have to come up this close to actually read it. Because, like, I can get the plasma caster, but the guaranteed is not very legible. I've kept... I think I've kept 2 77s. Like, I have them in my inventory right now. I did not keep the other 2 because I'm saving my last spot for the 94. 81, 87... Oh, we do have an 87, but 77 1, 90%, 77 2. So, we have acquired them. Outside of my better judgment, we have the 77s. So, you know. Makes sense. How you get 4 of them and not a 94. Exactly! I'm gonna write Randy a complaint. My Vita version is not giving me the 94 Sham. I bet you didn't even know what that was. The Vita version. The Sham in 2026. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. Why wouldn't it be? We've collected 43 Shams in total up until this point. In 1284 runs, we have 43 Shams. So they're dropping. It's just that they're not dropping the right one. 6.25% chance to get 477 Shams before 94%, by the way. That's actually higher than I thought it would be. Because the 94 has a 0.0034% chance, and getting... what's the percent of getting 177 Sham? Because it's not as rare as I thought it was. We had someone in here last time telling us, like, I thought it was as rare as the 94. Like, I thought there was only one combination of the 3 worst parts that could land on the Sham that would give you the 77, but apparently there's, like, a few different parts that'll do it, so it's not as rare. It's still one of the, like, the second rarest, but it's not nearly as rare, because the 94 has one set of 3 parts that drops. But you can't find the 94 if there's no Shams dropping. There we go, we did a different thing. I'm not complaining because I love the easier kill with the Sandhawk, but this is fine. This is not the worst version. Bam, beaten clean. You should be ashamed of yourself. I think 77 has 2 sets of parts. Okay. That would make sense. Out the way. I could see him healing as I fired. Ooh. Gotta melee him with the Sandhawk, then we'll get the Sham. Excuse me? Did I miss? The triple doll is the absolute worst. Oh. Well, I have no idea if we've had that. At this point, we need to know if the 94 sham is even possible in the code after 477s. This stream is the most important scientific research of the century. You know what? I'll take that. We'll get put into the Guinness books. Man aged 75, started when he was 22, has finally found the 94 sham on the Vita. Not even the developers themselves knew if it was possible to find the shield. Do you know if there are any fun, unique glitches to the PS Vita version? Yeah, there is. When you play in the wildlife exploitation preserve for more than 10 minutes, the game crashes when you open your inventory. That's a fun one. What's another fun one? Sawtooth Cauldron is the absolute worst map possible on this version. You can load straight in from... Well, no, I don't want to leave. You can load in straight from straight from loading the game. Like, you haven't even been in any other area. Straight into Sawtooth Cauldron from the main menu. And go up the... I don't even know what you call it. The elevator thing. Up to the top. And back. There is, like, I want to say a 50-50 chance that when you go from the start up there and back, the game will crash at the final save point. And then you have to do the whole thing again. Because we've done the story mission before. And single player or multiplayer, doesn't matter. I mean, multiplayer doesn't help it, but, like, single player, like, triggering the save point is enough to crash it, and the save point is what you need so that you don't have to do the run again. It's, like, actually awful. And it's just the nature of the fact that the Vita, I think, has a RAM leak, or it doesn't have enough RAM. Like, it gets overloaded, and then any kind of big loading scenario makes it crash. I don't know. It just needed one more update. Gen 5 NVMe drive and a 9800 X3D makes loading into the game feel like quick loading on Fallout 3. Well, like, I've seen Jolts, right? Like, he got some new computer at some point, and when he clicks continue, the thing, it's like you blink and you're in the game. Like, I don't even think you ever see the loading screen. So, like, yeah, I don't know. The Vita has flash storage. The memory card is it's not a hard drive, so, you know, it's just paired with a Vita CPU, so that makes the loading tough. Peak fun. Yeah, I already read that. Now that's the bunker. Indeed it is. Meet the BNK3R, the greatest defense bot ever built. Designed her myself. Designed her to not give you the 94. Yeah. Or just any sham at this point. Playing on the 25 times spawn mod, so bunker will be fun. Well, I mean, that's 25% more chance of getting a sham. Yeah, the Vita can barely handle, like, regular enemy spawn, so... you know... 25 times. 25 Terramorphosis in this version. Good luck with that. Man, dude, like, just anybody else just drop a sham. That would be nice. We keep going. Is Borderlands fun? I've been wanting to get into it. Borderlands is great, and it's especially fun if you have some friends to play with. Don't use this as any, you know, point of judgment. Like, odds are you're probably playing on an Xbox or a PlayStation if you're looking into it, or a PC. And they're absolutely great games. They're called classic looter shooter games. Even the first one, you know, can feel a little outdated at points, but Borderlands 2 is what most would consider the holy grail of the Borderlands trilogy. Or it's not a trilogy anymore. There's 4 games, but yes, absolutely. It's just a fun game to sit down, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and it adds to the fun, but, you know, it's just a fun game to sit down and, you know, there is a story element to them, and it adds to the fun, but, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you know, there is a story element to them, and, you just trying to find all the cool stuff and using all the new cool stuff that you find to help play through the game and having friends in it. It's actually challenging. Like Borderlands 2 is challenging when you get to the later playthroughs with friends, so it makes strategizing all the more fun. And you can put points into your action skill and give your character new abilities throughout the game, and it's just fun to play. And it's on the Vita, so if you have a Vita, then congratulations. You get to play it too. TQ, it's been blast playing since it came out, and that was 13 years ago. Came out 13 years ago? I mean, it won Game of the Year, so I hope it's a good game. Borderlands win... I don't think Borderlands ever won Game of the Year. It has a Game of the Year edition, but I don't think Borderlands won... I don't think Borderlands 2 didn't win Game of the Year. Borderlands 1, though? That came out in 2009, right? What was out in 2009? I don't know. I thought something else won it in 2009. It wasn't Uncharted. That was no. I don't think Uncharted 2. No, I think Uncharted 2 won it in 2009, didn't it? Is my memory failing me? I don't know. It was a while ago. It won in 2012. Borderlands 2 won in 2012? Did it? I don't know why I'm having a hard time thinking of that. Yes, sir. Let me look it up here. I gotta confirm with myself. Game of the Year 2012. The primary overall Game of the Year winner for 2012 was The Walking Dead Telltale game. Borderlands 2 was nominated for Game of the Year, but I don't think it actually won it. Like, I don't remember it actually, like, ever winning it, though. Like, that was the thing. I'm like, am I just forgetting that hard? But The Walking Dead, apparently. Which, I'm pretty sure that game is also on the Vita. That was one of the ones... Like, the Vita is the perfect device for the Telltale series. I think it had, like, there was a wolf game. I don't know, I'm not saying... Oh, Pearl! We got a Pearl! We got a Pearl before Sham! No way! I think we already have this one, too. Damn, come on. We do. It's not even one that we need. Like, I'm trying to collect all the pearls, too. Eventually, but we got a Pearl. We got a Bearcat. If I can look at it. I don't care if it's better than the one than we already had, but I love the smell of popcorn in the morning. Interesting. That's an expensive gun. Well, that's neat. I don't have anything to write down on the screen for that one, but we got a Pearl. Before we found a Sham. I don't like ourselves. Ooh, a Pearl. What are we farming? We're trying to find the 94 Sham shield on the PS Vita version. Trying to be the first people to ever do so. We're on... This will be run 1287. We have 43 Shams and 53 Bunker SMGs and a bunch of world drops at this point. And we have another Pearl. I'm pretty sure that's our... third or fourth Pearl from Bunker? So we got 2 at least from him. And I can't remember if we got a third, so it's at least the 3rd, possibly the 4th. It won a BAFTA Spike Award, a DICE Award, and it won Game of the Year for an X-Play Award. Okay. X-Play used to be the big game award. Okay. Y'all remember E3? Anybody old enough to remember E3? Kind of miss E3. I know they do all the kind of regular E3 things at the Game Awards. Like, they announce new games and all the like, the, Sony and Microsoft, they have their own, what do you call it? Like, live events, I guess, where they showcase their own games, but I kind of miss when it was all in one space. Like, you got to see everything in one space. It's impossible. I've gotten over 500 hours and can't get a 94. Don't tell me that. Don't... It's like telling a drowning man, oh, you're never gonna get out of there. So don't even bother. We have to try. People have acquired the 94 on other versions. It is possible. I can feel it in my heart and my left arm. 07E3. Yes. Ridge Racer. Remember that one? Yes, where they announced the PS3 price and everybody was like, what the hell is wrong with you? I do remember E3, it was a good time. It was a good time. Like, there's still some games out there, like 360 PS3 games and probably some PS2 era games where, you know, they have the best thing at E3 award or whatever it was on the game cases. And just seeing that logo, it's like, damn, we're past that time now. Okay, you gotta go. I've been critically wounded. You're in the splash zone. I can't even shoot. I fired twice. It didn't do anything. Yeah, 7. Is that a snail? Is that Gary? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. You don't have to do that. We're just playing this to have some fun. You know, times are tough. Times are tough everywhere, but I fully appreciate it, but don't feel like you're... Don't feel like you have to. If you know, you want to spawn in a 94 Sham for me, though, in this version, I will gladly take it. I think last time we got a Pearl, or at least the first time we got a Pearl, it was like 2 and 3 runs, or 2 and 5 runs for the Pearl. So maybe we get lucky this time? I don't know. Okay, but I'm going to sleep now, chat, and here's a tip. Oh, okay, that's what... Thank you, my friend. I've only gotten it once, and it was my 3rd playthrough of BL2. I was playing Axton, never again. Like, you got the 94 on your 3rd playthrough? You got a Sham on your 3rd playthrough. Because we have had Shams. Like, we're not hurting for just finding Shams, although I just, you know, wouldn't mind another one. But, the 94 is elusive. Remains in the shadows. Is only of legendary status. The only one I got was modded in. Well, fair enough. Remember, it's like the BL1 loot box. Gotta do like 3 spins, 2 mag dumps, drop a weapon off the cliff. I can't drop anything off the cliff. Like, some people have said to drop the 94 off when we do find it. I can't drop it off. It'll be the first one ever found. We gotta keep it. We gotta document. Like, I gotta like lock up this memory card in a storage unit somewhere. Have it like graded. But no, when we do find it, I am gonna make multiple copies of this character. Like, I'm gonna upload the save to the PS3 and PS4 version, so I have a copy on each of those. By the way, if you're playing on the PlayStation version and you have one of the 3 or like one of each 3 of those consoles, Vita, PS4, PS3, it's a very easy way to duplicate items. Because you can just upload your character to the PS3, so now you have 2 copies of it. Do something like have somebody join your game on the PS3. I don't know. There's a whole thing to it. My brain is falling apart. But you can duplicate items. Brother, today the sun is setting yet again. It looks a lot nicer than the daytime on this map for the Vita, though. Greetings. Annihilation. Man. By the way, it's a 0.0042%. Oh, it was 4.2? I thought it was 4.3. Yes, I know. I'm aware of my chances, but people have acquired it. Online, other people. K6 has 2 of them. That's enough for me. It's entirely possible. I still own my Vita and a copy of this. Well, I mean, why aren't you playing it then? Seems to me like the choice has already been made for you. It's an easy decision. Dual, then drop item, then dashboard. Well, you could, yeah, that too. You know what? There's probably many ways to duplicate items on Borderlands too. This probably isn't the most efficient way, or the one that I said. I swear to God, man. What are we doing? I'm like at the point where I will turn off the console and turn it back on and then relaunch the game. Like, I don't know, or like change the internal clock. Maybe we're just, the day is, it's just not liking the day or something. I don't know. I don't know. Do we stick with this? Stick with this run? Series of runs. I've only gotten it once when I was on my Xbox 360. No update, so base game before fixes didn't have Wi-Fi. Damn. Maybe that's the move. Just install the Vita version with the cartridge and then just not update it and then see if well, I thought they increased like the drop rate, or they did something to help the drop rate on Bunker at some point. Jolts is on and off farming for a second 94, the racist fears. Yeah, but he can do like way more runs per stream than I can do because his PC, like he's already loaded into the game before he's even thought about loading into the game. That's how fast his PC is. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure we've read every single hint this game has to offer off the loading screens. Didn't have Wi-Fi growing up. That's fair, you know, and that's the joy of the old consoles as well, is that the games were actually on the discs, the full games, and you could play them. Mind you, yeah, they did have updates that would enhance the experience and add things for some of them, but a lot of the time, you just got the full game and could play it, and Bob's your uncle. Good luck doing that now. I did see that. So the Indiana Jones game got released on the Switch too. Watched Digital Foundry's video on that, and I'm kind of shocked as to how much it's actually capable of doing for that game. The performance is a little iffy in the later areas, but the whole game is on the cartridge. And I didn't know that, I guess the Switch 2 cartridges are actually like 64 gigs. So that's pretty neat, I guess. Would still like to see Borderlands 2 on the Switch 2, just because I want to see how catastrophic that is. Like, you think it'll actually be comparative to this version? I don't know. I feel like it would run better, because the Steam Deck got Borderlands 4. Like, they certified it on the Steam Deck. So, like, and the Switch 2 is much more powerful than a Steam Deck. So, like, granted, maybe playing it on the Steam Deck isn't the best experience ever, but, like, it runs, and it works. So, I don't know why they can't do better than that. I don't know. This is not a good drop pattern. Why is it? Man, dude. You dropped me a pearl without a sham. That's just insulting, I think. I don't know. Do I restart the console and then start from scratch again? What do we think? Just turn the... It doesn't take that long to boot up the game and everything, but, like, just unplug the console. And then try again. Think that'll help things. Imagine getting a perfect parted 94 sham on the loading screen. That would be pretty sweet. Imagine getting a perfect sham on here and then the game crashes. That's my biggest fear, is we actually do get one, and then the game crashes, and then I'm sad. Body and battery have to be Malawon, and the capacitor Hyperion. Soft reset of console. Have you ever had the glitch when the bunker just drops his loot off the cliff facing sideways? Because I have, and he dropped a legendary. Ooh. I'm pretty sure we have had that happen before. Alright, I'll do this run, and then I'll quickly restart the console. I have had that happen before, yes. I don't think he dropped anything legendary. Like, we've had him where he's, like, been 360 and just, I don't know, something happened. It's kind of, I want to say, rare to happen on the Vita, because he kind of does the same thing over and over, because I don't think he's programmed to have that much variety on the Vita. Like, his drop patterns do not have a lot of variety to them. Things drop in the exact same way, and they don't really deviate outside of that. Pack, did I jinx it? Mr. Donut Lord, we have not seen a sham yet. We got a pearl, though. We got another bear cat. I've had that happen twice. Once was a pearl, and the other was a bunker SMG I saw in the SMG body. Oh, don't worry, you're not missing anything. Bunker SMG. Got 53 of those. Yippee. The ultimate Vita curse. I know. Is playing on this version not curse enough? Now you have to do me like this. And yet there are some people out there that just get it on a story kill. I'm like, alright. Good for you. Not only did you get a sham on a story kill, but you got the sham on a story kill. Boom. Grant me the Shamuel shield. Oh my goodness. Ceasefire. What are the odds of getting the exact same pearl at a bunker? Twice. Has anybody done that calculation? So we've had 2 bear cats out of them. We're setting all the records except the one that we want. Last sham I got was a story kill, but it was a 77. Of course it was. Of course it just has to be that 77 sham. Rearing its ugly head at you, saying, haha, I could have been better. Man. Alright, you're getting the plug pulled, Mr. PlayStation TV. I don't like this effort you've been putting out. Now you get reset. Unless we get one out of this gun right now. Ooh, you don't get saved. Alright. Let's go back to the main menu here. Do a quick little reset of the console. And then try again. Continue on. Get to see the PlayStation Vita menu on glorious, whatever screen you're watching it on. Yoink. This annoying featured page, you can't get rid of it on the Vita TV for some reason. Like, I don't know why it has to be there. Especially since half the games just, like, aren't on it. Or don't exist on the store anymore. Like, PlayStation Now isn't on the store. It turned into PlayStation Plus streaming. plugging the console in also just turns it on automatically, so saves me from having to push a button. Please wait, I've been doing a lot of that. Give me the sham. I know there's a mod, if you mod your PS TV, that you can get rid of that featured screen, which is... It doesn't seem like that big of an issue, but why is it's in front of my game? Like, it's main menu featured game. Like, I don't know why it's not, like, at the far right, and instead of being in the middle of whatever. Like, if you have multiple apps open, it's always going to be right after the main menu, which is annoying. I'm pretty sure the pearls that drop from Bunker... Yeah, I know they're world drops, because he doesn't have... Like, I'm pretty sure anything from that little gun that he has is considered world drop. Like, even if he were to drop a Bunker SMG out of there or a Sham, like, I don't think that's considered his drop at that point. Alright, I'm heading out. Hope you get a double drop 94 with the reset. Thank you, my friend. I hope so, too. Also, you should farm Diamond Weisenheimer instead. What is that? Is that in Borderlands 2? What, I assume it comes from a boss of some kind. I'll let you know if that boss is even in the... From the pony. The pony's not in this game. Like, I take it you're talking about Butt Stallion, right? It's not, Tiny Tina DLC's not in this version, so you don't get the... You don't get any of that. Did my game freeze? No. Sometimes it'll freeze on the main menu. It's just... You're on life support the whole time. Look at us go. No advertisements. You know what? All the other modern versions of Borderlands, like the Steam version, they have all the advertisements and everything, like on the top of the screen and whatever. Not this one. This one's just clean and classic. And the PS3 version also has no advertisements. Same with the 360. So, you know. This one also doesn't have a DLC button, which I'm pretty sure it's the only version of Borderlands 2 that doesn't have that. Does your game lag on the PS Vita? Mr. Donut Lord, you still here? You know how to answer that question? You get it in the beatdown from Burns. It's the rarest weapon in BL2. Oh, is it that sniper? The blue sniper? I thought that was called something else. The diamond version is the rarest. I could, you know, I could technically farm for that. Because the Vita does have that. The DLCs are rough on here, though. Like, that version, or that area in particular, is not pretty to look at. The outdoor version. Oh, we are, Mr. Donut Lord. It's just your Wi-Fi, buddy. Yes, no, the Vita version chugs a little bit every now and then. Hyperion SMG? Oh. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I mean, I've never, like, looked for it intentionally, so... Broski's tanking the shots. Oh, you suck. For the Krusty Krab. There we go, clean. See if the reset did us any good. I know a lot of people have also said, well, why don't you just leave the area and then come back? I don't want to risk the game crashing, because Thousand Cuts is also an area that is very prone to crashing on here. And if it crashes at the top door, right outside a bunker, then you have to go through all of Thousand Cuts again, and I'm not about to do that. Also, all the stuff on the floor would still save here, and that's just adding in more lag that we don't need. It's a 0.0182% drop from Butt Stallion. Yeah, we don't even have a Butt Stallion on here. It didn't work. I've been fooled. We've been speckledorfed. That was a really long gun. Man, what the hell? I'm getting robbed. You, Pearl? No. You're just disappointment, empty promises. We're almost at run 1300, though. The Weisenheimer is a purple SMG. Everyone uses one at one point, but never remembers that name. Huh. I don't think I've ever used one. I mean, as much as I do love playing this game, like, I find myself playing... Like, I don't play the DLCs too much. And, you know, if I'm playing... Like, I don't know. I'm weird. I find myself playing the handheld version of this game a lot. And it just doesn't have those things, or, like, I'm not, like, actively looking for them. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Actually, I have my handheld Vita right behind here. I'm not going to turn it on and risking of something happening. Got the blue guy. There's the TV right in the reflection right there. Clean. I bought this one with my own money back in 2014 or 15 or something like that. Bought it from EB Games. Saved up the money. Wish I kept the box. Saved up the money. Bought it. I bought a 32 gig memory card to go with it. And a couple of PlayStation cards, because I don't think EB Games had physical Vita games at the time. So... that was my first one, and then we got my brother an OLED version, I want to say a year or so after that, and that was really cool, and the screen was really nice, and then he stopped using it, so I took it, and I transferred all my stuff onto it, and I loved playing that thing. Like, I used it for years until I'm more than positive something went wrong with the battery controller chip on the motherboard, and it's just having a whole slew of power issues that can't be fixed by modding it. Like, I've tried hard reset. I've done literally everything you could possibly do to a Vita outside of putting a new battery controller chip on the board. So I popped out the Vita Slim again, and it is now the main unit. And I forgot just how much better the speakers are on the Vita Slim. Like, they're actually, like, it's a pretty good difference in terms of clarity. The OG are kind of muddied, unless that was just my version. I don't know. What's y'all's favorite jelly for a peanut butter and J? PB&J? I don't know. Strawberry jam? People have jelly? I don't know. I don't typically eat peanut butter and jam sandwich. I know people say peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but it's like, I think most people just use jam anyway. I don't know. Smucker's makes some pretty good jam. The strawberry kind. Tempted to get on BO2 and race you to see who gets the 94 Sham first? Like, on the Vita, or just in general? This is just a prank at this point. I'm gonna be 95 years old and still not see this damn shield. Mayhew jelly. I've never heard of that. Is that a sham right there? No, I don't think it is. Is that not a sham? Or is it just like an absorby shield of some kind? I'm pretty sure that's just a general absorby shield with the honeycomb on it. Pretty sure the 94 has a honeycomb, right? There's a honeycomb on it. In general, I have a jailbroken 360 and my PlayStation. Okay, alright. I heard that jailbreaking 360s isn't the most fun thing to do. Or it got a little easier recently, but until then, like, you had to do some hardware modifications to actually mod one. That was the good thing about the PS3, is that you can just mod it just like that. And the Vita's even easier. Just go to a certain website, click unlock my Vita, and it installs the Henkaku stuff on it for you. It takes literally 30 seconds. Can you not get DLC on the PS Vita? You can get some DLC. The thing with the Vita version, and it's kind of a cool thing, or at least it was when the physical version was still new, is that no matter what version of it you buy, you get all the DLC that it came with. And I recommend, if you're going to get Borderlands 2 on your Vita in 2026 and beyond, buy it digitally, because the digital version guarantees that you're getting all the DLC with it. The physical version has a code, and I can almost guarantee that all those codes have either been used or are expired. So, if you're somebody who's looking to do it the proper way and not the high seas way, 7 seas way, then that's what you need to do, buy it digitally. But no, it only got the Torg, Oasis, Krieg, Gauge, UVHM 1 pack, and some cosmetic DLCs. That was it. Didn't get Tina, didn't get Hammerlock, didn't get any of the Headhunters, didn't get UVHM 2, no OP levels, no Digistruct Peak. So, it's missing a little bit, but honestly, it's not terrible. Joke's on you, I snuck into your house and modded your Vita to not drop shams. Do you even know what a Vita TV looks like, my friend? You can also farm Pyro Pete the Invincible for the 94. I feel like this is a little easier than him. Does he have a higher drop chance for the Sham? The Invincible bosses are quite an experience on here. I will just say that. The raid bosses. Terramorphous is probably the one that runs the best. Shockingly. Because the arena isn't that big versus the Pyro Pete is in the bar, right? So all the other NPCs are walking around up there while you're farming him. So it's just not a recipe for a good time on the Vita. Not at all. Figured. I hope the 94 comes near your future. Thank you, my friend. I hope so too. I just hope we get a Sham at some point here, because we've gone shamless all stream for an hour and 47. We're still not that far into it. Usually these things go on for like 3-ish hours, but we'll see. I'm gonna get up for something tomorrow, but it's not imminent. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we're doing. What is this gun? I've never seen this before. Holy, it's kind of cool looking. The texture goes over the hole for the bullet. Interesting. It's got to be like a legendary something, right? It's a very unique texture. I think we've asked this question before, but does the rare relic increase, like the loot relic, does it increase your chances of getting a 94 Sham or no? Because, like, yeah, no, it might be calling to me if it is. Managed to actually pull one today. What a coincidence! Like like a Sham or a 94 Sham? Because we have acquired 43 Shams before, so it's not like we're hurting for Shams, but I want one. Why is the Gunnerang so big in the loading screen? Oh, that was the Gunnerang. Okay. Well, that answers my question. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know why. Some gear are just huge, and then other times it's just regular size. I don't know. We have one of those, I think. I've had it in the past, so like I don't know if I've kept it or if I still have it on me. You caught the 94 today? You suck. There's like that frowny, kid with a frowny face thing that I keep seeing on Reddit where people are just like, great, happy for you. And it's just a kid. That's how I'm feeling. Ooh. I'm gonna stand up front. The loot relic doesn't do anything. Fair enough. Alright. I'm not running all the way back to Sanctuary to get it then. He's dropping stuff off to the right, which is not usually where shams go. Override cooldown. That sucks. Why would I ever want to put that on? Anything after normal mode, meleeing is pointless. Unless you've got a melee 0 or Krieg build or something. Oh, look, an A-Tech weapon. It looks so cool. I'm not using you either. We got a pearl. Earlier, Bearcat. Might catch fire. Oh wait, I missed the chat. Yeah, it doesn't. It does increase the chance, but not a lot. Imagine trying to get BO3 on the PS Vita, let alone for brother. Borderlands 3, you'd have to daisy chain memory cards to even have enough storage for the game. Borderlands 3 is like 120 something gig with all the DLC on like a regular console. I mean, on the Switch, they how much did they shrink it on the Switch? Like 30 something gig, which is already like bigger than, I think in Japan they made a 64 gig card, but only in Japan. And even then, people say if you see one of them, stay away from it because they're unreliable. Like, they weren't designed, I guess, to be 64 gig, but they still made one. So, like, the game wouldn't even fit on a Vita. Yeah, Borderlands 4, good luck with that. Like, you quite literally would just be walking around in textures. It would look like you're playing Pong on the old Ataris. You're one pixel, enemies are other pixels. Bullets are just nothing. I don't know. I don't think you could possibly get it to look like this. And even this, looking like this, the game still runs like this while looking up like this. Vault Hunter Relic only boosts loot up. The blues doesn't affect purples or legendary. That's stupid. What the hell, man? Why'd they make this? Why'd they make this shield? Why are you the way you are? Am I killing him too fast? Is that what's happening? I was told it does affect legendary drops. Oh. Imagine Nemesis Invader. Yeah, get out of here. Should I do a Nemesis Invader PS3 farm? Like, which one do you think would happen first? We get the Nemesis Invader, or the PS3 hardware just fails because it's been 85 years trying to farm for it? Granted, I did, like, you know, put new thermal paste in it and put an SSD in it, so, and cleaned it. So it's peak condition for that. Just polygons everywhere. Exactly. It's a polygonal mess. Okay, looked it up. It does increase the chance of legendaries. Okay. By how much, though? Like, what? From a 0.0042% chance of getting the 94 up to what? Exactly. I don't even know why I bother looking through these piles, man. There's nothing here. Bunch of lies. What are you? Why am I still getting white Jacobs pistols? I've become max level. Why do you drop white guns anyway? I'll look up how much it increases. Alright. The relic decreases common and uncommon drop rates, which increases the other 3 rarities. Yeah, I knew it did that. Like, I knew it decreases the... Like, it's a really weird way of doing it, but yeah. I have doubts 4 would run rel on Switch 2, so I guess in our case we're already used to it. Exactly. Can't get much worse than this, right? Yeah, no, I mean, I was talking about this earlier. The Steam Deck is Borderlands 4 is Steam Deck verified, meaning the game runs to their standards. If you look it up, it really doesn't, but it runs at least, and the Switch 2 is more powerful than a Steam Deck. So, like, theoretically, what's the big deal? Like, what's the holdup here? And they even had, like, I have a video on TikTok saved from before the game came out, at a convention of some kind where they had the Switch 2 version running. Like, it was an indoor area, sure, like in one of the caves or one of the vaults, but like it was running and it looked fine. Like, it wasn't running at a stable 30. It was a little under, I would assume, like around 25. But I don't think anybody really assumed it would run any better than that, to be honest. And like, why not just release it? I don't know. Like, you tell people, and you know, the hype for Borderlands 4 was huge back then, right? So like, you tell people you're going to release this brand new game that everybody's really excited for on your system, and then you're like, hold up there, settle down. And then you don't release it, and then you cancel it indefinitely, and then it's like, well, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do? If all I have is a Switch 2, then, you know, what am I gonna do? Right? Like, I'm not gonna go out and buy a PC or buy a PS5 or Xbox just to run this game when I have a console that should already be capable of running it, like you said. Speaking of Nemesis, imagine the Semesis system in Borderlands. Did I say that right? Semesis? What is that? Nemesis. Oh. It was... Playing in a rocking chair is crazy. That's the first time anyone... Who killed you? I didn't kill you. That's the first time anyone's actually made a comment on the chair. Where I'm just playing in the living room, man. You got the TV up here, got the Vita hooked up. We're just rocking back and forth. I don't have the rocking footrest, though. That's in the other room. I have just a regular footrest. Brother. Bro's playing Peak, you playing Axton or Zero, can't tell. We're playing Axton. Problem with 4 was the creator. He made a masterpiece when it was really a mid-game Nemesis system. Okay, I think I understand it, but he meant to say Nemesis. Hey! Back up, sir. Love how you can see, like, the box around, the text box around the text if you're far enough away. Anything of note here? Probably not. Yeah, I know. Borderlands 4, it's still a good game. Like, it's not a bad game by any standpoint, right? Like, it's just not what everybody was expecting it to be, I think, is the problem. And, you know, it's kind of hard when you have high expectations and then they get shattered. It's just infinity. But, you know, it's a game. It's a full game. For most places, at least in Canada, it's like $50, so it's not even like a full-priced game anymore. So, $50 for a brand new game that has tons of content in it, like, that's okay to me. All right, you know, it's fun. I still have yet to complete it. I still gotta find time to actually sit down. I'll throw the PS5 up on the PlayStation 3D display and you know, enjoy it there. I don't know if it makes everything you do 3D, like if it has that capability, or if it's just like certain 3D content will work the best. I don't know. You like 2 or 3 better? 4 was good mechanics, bad story. I want to say overall I like 2 better. 3 has like better... I don't want to say better gunplay, but it's like... It's an evolution of the gunplay that this one had. And just controls in general. I do like the look of Borderlands 3, though. Like, even on the PS4, like, I started on the PS4 with 3. Like, I got the Steelbook Super Deluxe version for Christmas when it came out. So it was before it had the PS5, like, upgrade PS5 branding on it. Even on the PS4, you know, maybe it didn't run the best on that. Okay, the white beams from far away are kind of looking like legendary beams sometimes. I don't know. But what was I saying? the look. It's so loud. What's going on up there? Yo, get out of the shooting range, brother. Yeah, it looks really nice on the PS4. It tickles my brain in that way. Yeah, sure, it's 30 frames, but yeah, I don't care. I'm playing on this. This is how I started here, right? It's not it's not that big a deal for me. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I'm not sure either. I was thinking compared to the Xbox Series S, that version barely runs at 30, I imagine. I imagine they had the Switch 2 looking worse, but I wouldn't know for sure. It was whatever lighting system they decided to use, like the global ray traced illumination thing. That's what kills performance on whatever you play it on. And I think they were reworking the Switch 2 version to not include that at all. Dude! Not even a bunker SMG. What gives? What have I done? I've done nothing wrong to you. I've just killed you 1,300 times, but like, where are the shams, man? It isn't WoW, it's crap! What are you? Man. Axton my goat elbow cough. Oh, that's an emoji. My OBS doesn't show me the actual emojis. Yeah, I'm liking for 4 so far, but I'm still gravitating to 2, not even for nostalgic reasons. I only truly played 2 this year. Ooh, ray tracing not even worth most of the time. I know, like in a game like Borderlands at all, like any Borderlands, it's built off of stylistic graphics, right? Like ray tracing to me only makes sense in more realistic looking games because that's what it's, mimicking. Like GTA 6 it makes sense, right? Like it's made to look like real life, so you'd want like realistic looking lighting. But like in a comic book looking game with cell shaded art style, like I don't need ray tracing there. And Borderlands 2 with the Handsome collection looks beautiful with the lighting system and the colors that they use. Like you don't need ray tracing there. You don't need accurate lighting. Like that's not how it was designed, and people were fine with that. Like Borderlands 4, yeah, the lighting looks nice in a lot of the spots, but like I feel like you could achieve that same effect doing other graphic tricks and not tanking resources of your system at the same time. Like developers used to do so many other things to achieve that level of fidelity and like faking it almost in ways, but it still looked almost the same and performance didn't take nearly as much of a hit. Agreed, 2 is best. A million mixes of guns in 3 was sick though. I played the pre-sequel in Borderlands 2 on the Switch. They were both pretty good actually. The Switch versions of 2 and pre-sequel are actually pretty good. Like they're decent. They run at 30, but they have all the graphical settings of the Handsome collection. So they look really nice. I've often said that I wish the pre-sequel got a VR version like Borderlands 2 had. We have done it a couple times on the channel where we've played Borderlands 2 VR. But the pre-sequel could have been the most fun, because you could like fly through space in slow motion while shooting stuff in VR. I feel like that would be pretty fun. But, it's... Borderlands 2 VR did not get received very well, if at all. Like, a lot of people don't even know it exists, and the pre-sequel didn't get received that well either, so I feel like putting the two together probably wouldn't help things. It's not a recipe for success. I know somebody asked last stream, and it'd be interesting to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you think if somebody were to, like, actually put the work towards this, do you think you could ever get Borderlands... I'll go 1 or 2, just to be safe. Do you think you could ever get Borderlands 1 or 2 running on a PS2? Given this version, do you think it's possible? I said maybe. Alright, the Vita and the PS2 are pretty similar. Yes, the PS2 has wall power, but and like cooling, but the Vita doesn't really overheat in anything you do with it. And you know, I would say like the PS2 is probably, like, I know people say the Vita is close to a PS3, and it is in many respects, but like PS2 games at least, like the Vita can't emulate PS2 games that well. There's a few good examples of, you know, them running good. Like God of War 1 runs really well. God of War 2 does not. Some of the Jack and Daxter games run okay. But like, you know, a PS2 can run those things. Still don't got the Sham yet. No, this is one stream. We don't have a Sham yet, though, if that's what you're wondering. The pre-sequel hate is forced. It's like a huge DLC for Borderlands 2. I like the pre-sequel. You know, I started being iffy with it, but then the more I played through it, I like learned to enjoy it, and I'm currently doing another playthrough with Athena, and she's really nice. Like, I'm playing it on the PS3, so I understand there are much better ways to play it, but I like my old stuff. And I just recently, a few months ago, got the Borderlands triple pack for the PS3, so I got the pre-sequel DLC physically, which is nice. So I have yet to play that, but I know it's really good. I think the PS2 can do Borderlands 2 and maybe prequel, but nothing before. You don't think it could do Borderlands 1? Because, like, I feel like if you could do Borderlands 2, you could probably do Borderlands 1. I know Borderlands 1 has a lot of, like, big arenas and stuff. But I don't think it has as much going on, at least in the main game, as Borderlands 2 does. Like, Borderlands 2 is a more complex game. And especially graphically, like they pushed, like, this is probably the bottom of the barrel in terms of graphical fidelity for this game. But they managed to take this and exceed expectations visually, I would say, on the Handsome Collection. So, like, Borderlands 1, I don't feel like you could push it that far from where it kind of already is. And that's not to say that it looks bad. Like, I love the look of Borderlands 1. It's got a unique feel to it as well. Oh my god. Hip firing the Lyuda. I'm gonna fastball you to death. I'd imagine maybe in a complete overhaul, like building off the scratch instead of trying to port it. Yeah, probably. Like, you definitely need to whoa! Buddy, you're in the splash zone for the Sham. You definitely would need to do things to it, yeah. What did I do wrong? Dude. I feel so bad. Everybody comes here to watch Shams drop, and, like, we have no Shams. In terms of money, we have no money. Run 1,300. Maybe this will... Maybe this will do something. I meant after. Oh, okay. I was going to say that makes a little more sense. Yeah, Borderlands 3, you're not fitting on a PS2. Good luck with that. Even with the hard drive attachment for the original PS2. The IDE hard drive. I'm pretty sure it was IDE at the time. I don't think it was SATA. Yeah, good luck loading off a mechanical drive like that. No, sir. Those jet loaders are so annoying in this area. Yeah, they are annoying, especially when I'm on a controller and I'm working with 15 frames per second. Good luck aiming at anything. That's okay. 2:14 in the AM. That's a lovely time. Gotta get at least one Sham before the end. Maybe it's like a certain day of the week where the shams are more prevalent. I don't know. Thinking of anything at this point. I saw Unreal Engine 6 got announced. Do you think next Borderlands game's using Unreal Engine 6? Think it'll be better than Unreal Engine 5? I sure hope so. Unreal Engine 5 kinda sucked. Like, compared to Unreal Engine 4, I want to say the optimization just wasn't there. And unfortunately, games that did use it suffered a lot more than games that didn't use it. Like, I think in a vacuum, if Unreal Engine 5 was the only thing, then yeah, sure, it would... It's passable, okay? It's not the best thing, but it's passable. But like, there's other engines, like the Death Stranding game has its own engine, right? And it runs and looks so much better, and it proves that, you know, the new tech, or at least what was new tech at the time, PS5 and whatnot, could be utilized in a much better way. Are you trying to get any Sham or the 94? Literally, I'll take any Sham at this point, but the overall goal is to find the 94 Sham. This is run 1300. We have 43 Shams and 53 Bunker SMGs up until this point. But, like, we have not seen a Sham today. We've been going for over 2 hours, and we still don't have one. I've restarted the console and the game. What more can I possibly do? Should I switch it back to a different mission? We found a pearl, though. Like, we got a bear cat out of him. I'm gonna do it. I'll just switch the mission back to the Master Gi mission. It's the one that we started with when we did these farms. So you never know. You think they got pearls on Vita? Wow. They yeah, I know, I'm shocked, right? Because the pearls came with the UVHM Upgrade Pack 1 DLC, so I can't remember how many pearls they actually added there, like 8 or something, 10. I might be way off with that number, but the Vita did get that DLC, because you can get to level 61, so you got the extra 11 levels, so yes, it did get the pearls. Eventually, we will search for all the pearls on the Vita version, because we will do it justice and document as much as possible from this version onto the internet, because a lot of people have forgotten about it, or just don't know about it. And it's Borderlands 2, it's the most popular looter shooter out there, and this is the least popular version of the game, so... Not the bear cat, that was my first ever pearl. Well, it seems to be the only pearl that he can ever drop, because I swear we got... I think we got another bear cat from him before, and we might have got an Avenger? Or the Butcher, I think. We have 3 pearls in the inventory, and I think there was another one that dropped, I just didn't keep it, though. Because I'm saving that spot for the 94. Look at this garden. Look at how botanical it is. Look at that texture right there. Look at this perfectly legible... This is what they ask you to read at the eye doctor, and like, oh, you can't see. Brother, you could save yourself so much death if you just drop me the shield right now. Like, I gotta kill you so many times. It's not pleasant for me, and I'm sure it's not pleasant for you either, but like, just give me the shield. It's a mutually beneficial agreement. I make history, you stop dying until the next time I play, but mutually beneficial. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Uh-oh. Just got a friend. Bang. Oh. Bang. Untouchable. Eh. Your extra baggage on the CPU. Get out of here. Question, no hate, but why play the Vita version? Why aren't you playing the Vita version? I think is the better question. We originally wanted to play... I thought so. I thought the green and the blue lined up. Kind of looks pearly. Originally, when I started these streams, we played the story mode. Because I wanted to see what the Borderlands 2 Vita experience was like from start to finish. So we made a fresh character, this one, Fred. Made a fresh character, and went from level 1 to where we are now. Played all the DLCs. Did from TVHM forward through multiplayer, actually, because Mr. Honest Liar found the streams and wanted to be part of them, so we played, I'm pretty sure, every single stream with him. And that really also gives a kind of unique look into that part of the game that a lot of people probably have never experienced before, so... And at some point, I think it was the final TVHM stream, somebody wanted to see what the Sham farm would be like, or a couple people wanted to see what it would be like on the Vita, and I'm like, you know what, sure. How wrong I was, how little did I know that we would still be here 1,302 runs later. 10 months of real time on and off doing this. I'm pretty sure when I started that commitment at the end of TVHM, I had still yet to graduate university, and now I've completed my first year of teacher's college, and we're still fighting the shield. Actually managed to get 2 butchers and 1 practicable avenger in the storm while farming this. Good for you. I don't have a Vita, only a PSP. That's okay. The PSP has a lot of great games too. I can see my PSP over there, on a little stand right next to the 3D display. Wish it was on PSP. If we're getting performance like this out of it, you might not wish it was on the PSP. Ah, that's cool. Just wanted to experience something different. Valid, totally valid. Yeah. You know what? It's a very popular game. It's a lot of people's favorite game, and it's a version that a lot of people just have no idea about. So, you know, why not put it on the internet? Because when this version came out in 2014, there were people putting it on the internet, sure. Nobody was really playing the game through and through, though, and what was being put on the internet was mainly negative. So... you know what, why not give it a positive light instead? Give the game a chance. Play it all the way through. With the physical version, eventually I bought the physical version since I was just using the digital, but I'm like, you know what, I don't care. I'll add it to the collection, why not? Saves me from having to download the 7 gigs it is on the Vita memory card. Or the 5 or whatever it is. It's pretty big with the DLC. Yo, congrats, just graduated my bachelor myself. Nice job, my friend. What'd you get your degree in? I got mine English literature with high distinction, or whatever it said. I'm getting pranked at this point, I swear to God. Maybe I just need to not think about it. If I don't think about the Sham, then maybe it will drop. We'll try reverse psychology. I hear a jet loader. You know what? I'll pick this up. Change the cycle. What are you? A slag pistol. Expeditious Aegis. Somebody asked us to find that gun once. That's what I used to do. Maybe I should bring that back. Just have a... if you want to see me try and find a different piece of item in the pile that he throws out, I'll try and find it. I played it on PC and PS3. Never tried the Vita version. I mean, you're not missing a whole lot. I mean, it is a unique experience. I will give it that. It's different from the other versions. You do have to play it differently because it does have some crashing points. So you do need to like make sure you have loadouts set in, and the overall performance can make strategizing a lot more important. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's still Borderlands 2. And if you play it on the PS3, you can transfer your save from the Vita to the PS3. So if you were more back in the day, I guess would be a use case for it. But you know, you're playing at home, playing your game, and then you're like, oh, we're going on vacation. I'm going to bring my Vita so I can transfer my save onto the Vita and keep playing. And then when I get home, I can transfer it back onto the PS3 or PS4. It works with both of them. I majored in sports management and recreation with a minor in business. Good for you, man. Sports recreation. Does that mean you could be a sports announcer? I could do it, yeah. Bachelor in English, and then I got a minor in Indigenous Studies and a minor in Youth and Child Care. So, lovely stuff right there. This version kind of blows my mind. They really shrunk the PS3 360 game to a very small handheld back in the day, even smaller than the Switch. You know what? It is truly a marvel that this version even exists the way that it does, as crappy as it seems sometimes. Because, yeah, the game on the home consoles with the DLC is like around 25-30 gigs. And the fact that they managed to put all that, or shrink all that down to like 5 or 6 gigs on the Vita is insane. And it does show, you know, the textures do leave a lot to be desired. I would believe that this is like 5 gigs worth of textures. Boom. But yes, back in the day when this kind of thing was thought to be impossible, it was truly a special experience to see it. Fire the lasers, let's change even more. Yeah, I also found out cross-save works with the PS4 and PS5 as well. It does. It truly does. It's a thing of beauty. As long as your character is level 61 or below, it'll work. Brick, I would invite you to look out the window of whatever plane you're flying right now. The fight's over! Man, I refuse to stop the stream without a sham again. We went 6 hours of stream time not last time, but I think the time before that, where it took until the end of a second stream to get one sham. Awful. I don't have it in me to announce, but maybe something along the lines of coaching or being an athletic director, still looking for opportunities. I mean, in the sports world, I feel like there's tons of opportunities out there, right? Like, I don't think you're going to be that hard pressed to find a position. And announcing isn't for everybody. I know back whenever my voice changed, when I was like 12 or 13, then I started sounding like this. People were like, oh, you should go into announcing, because I did the announcing at my school after that, and that was fun. But, you know, teaching became my thing, but coaching's nice. Like, coaching is teaching, and teaching is a privilege, right? It's a good experience. So, oh, for sure. But yes, I'm sure you will absolutely find something somewhere and have a good time doing it. That's the important thing. You know, a job is only a job if you don't enjoy what you're doing. So make sure you enjoy what you're doing, because you're going to be doing it for a while. But if you're having fun while doing it, then is it really work? Or are you just having a fun time and getting paid for it at the same time? Greetings! I can feel the eyes getting heavy. Gotta resist till we find a Sham. What's everybody's go-to strategy for farming Bunker, other than zero and boring him? Because I know that's just a thing. Not a viable strategy on the Vita. I'm more than positive the game would just crap out. Told you I modded your Vita to not drop a Sham, although that Vita looked a lot like a phone, so if you find any viruses that totally got me. What do you mean looks like a phone? The Vita TV doesn't even have a screen on it. Ugh. I gotta sell my soul or something. My eye keeps twitching. Why does it keep twitching? The eyelid just twitches. Tickles my eye. I don't know why it does that. You know, another pearl would be cool. Or Sham. Hey, I was very tired when I got to Canada. It was a long walk. Walk? Where are you walking from? I used the turret to slag him and stand in the shield, fired with either the Sandhawk or Herald. Good strategy. Yes, I'd imagine the strategy that I'm doing would probably have to be slightly changed when you're entering the OP levels, so had to get my steps in somehow. The Fitbit people must love you then. You remember when they used to have the Nike Plus thing on the old iPods? Like, it was a thing in the settings. You could scroll down. You had to buy the little attachment. I don't think it actually did anything special. Like, I don't know if those old iPods had the accelerometers in them, but the Nike Plus badge was... You were cool if you had one of those. Which legendary are you getting? We are looking for a 94% Sham shield. To no success so far. This is run 1305, and we have found 42 other Shams, 4 of which have been the 77% Sham. So we're just looking for one at all today. We've been going for like 2.5 hours and have not seen one, and yet the last stream we did, we found 3 Shams. So, yin and yang of Sham farming. But we're going through. I see that other chat on TikTok. Give me 1 second. They're boxing him out. Brick's people. They're stealing the Sham right out from him. I thought about going for a 94 Sham on the Vita, but then I realized I had to play through it on the Vita. Fair enough. You know, and I think that's probably why a lot of people haven't, or at least, you know, you don't see any kind of records of people getting the Sham or other legendaries on this version, is because, yes, most people aren't playing this version to its maximum level and playing all the content on it, so... But we did, and we are... Why? I don't know. I wonder, are you thinking of farming the raid bosses too? For what? We've done the raid bosses already. Like, we've done everybody except Master Geek, because he's a nightmare. But like... Are you trying to tell me you get a perfect hide of Terra? Because if so, you will never see me again. I will just delete the channel from existence and live a happy, shamless life. You could have been it. Oh. Hit the table. Man, that's why I want the Unkempt Herald. Take it forever to grind for. I mean, I'll trade you the grind. You wanna farm bunker? Be my guest. Yes, the Herald. It's a 1 in 10 drop though for a Herald, and yes, the deep. Like, you trying to look for a Deepa, or you trying to look for like a just any Herald? Because yes, the Deepa can be a little harder to find. No way you have it on the PS Vita. I still have my PS Vita. It was ahead of its time indeed. We got the physical version. I love showing it off. It has the DLC code in it and an advertisement for the Game of the Year edition and Tales of the Borderlands on the PS3. This is giving me motivation. What if I can get it before you do? Then you claim the prize. I don't know. Go right ahead. At this point, I'm just happy anybody finds it on this version. Giving the Vita version the recognition it maybe didn't deserve at the time, but you know what? It's just trying to be the best version of Borderlands 2 portable that it can be. And we have to respect that. Whichever, that's better. Yeah. I know Hyperius has the Norfleet drop. That's something I'm thinking of getting myself. Oh, we have a Norfleet. Mr. Honest Liar, I think, donated one to us at some point. You want to see the Norfleet on the Vita? Actually, before that, here's the Bone Shredder. I was showing it off earlier. They forgot to add the whole gun in this game, but it's here. Here it is. the crosshair or reticle, whatever this is. Hey, I'm showing the people something. The crosshair is part of other guns, so it made an appearance, but I missed. But outside of that, the gun texture was never added into the game on here. So when it drops, it's quite literally just a purple beam. But it fully works. Like, you can shoot it, it reloads, it has the same, like, bullet pattern that the Bone Shredder is known for. It just physically never materialized. And it's not a bug this time, like, it's every time it drops. This is how it is. If anything, it improves your performance slightly because it's not an extra thing the game has to render in. I'll show you the Norfleet after. Yo, broke out the finger guns. Yeah, that would have been a nice touch for it. To my knowledge, the Vita version's the only one that has that that texture bug. Erased. You know what? I'm gonna kill you with the invisible gun. That guy over there. Okay, maybe I won't. Jesus, man. Alright, where's the Norfleet? I can't remember if we have more than one or just the one. I think we just have the one for now. Yeah. Norfleet. Here's the Vita Norfleet. It's large and in charge and takes up the whole screen. Hey, look at that. That's pretty smooth up there. There you go. Norfleet textures. Sounds cool. Does all the Norfleet things. I'd imagine if you pair it with Sal, because I'm pretty sure he can, like, really mess things up with the Norfleet. You can get, like, the drunk effect on it. And, it fires, like, a whole bunch of Norfleet bullets. I can imagine that would probably cause some slight hiccups with the frame rate in this version. But it would look cool. Why are you still shooting stuff out? How long does this gun fire stuff? That looks sick. I mean, there you go. Conference call. We did a couple streams ago. We got a conference call out of Bunker. It was the first thing that dropped, and we didn't see anything else for like the rest of the stream. The conference call is an annoying thing to farm on the Vita, because read-only farming, good luck with that on here. It'll just take way too long to load everything. And there's no Tina DLC, so you don't have the handsome sorcerer to farm. So you're quite literally stuck with like just going back to Heroes Pass every single time and farming him that way like a regular farm, and I know his drop rate is abysmal for that. So, but that's what we had to do to get the conference call. I think I did that one off camera actually. I'm not sitting here like the bunker SMGs or the Sham's the only thing I've actually streamed farming for. I didn't stream when we got our Herald. I don't think I streamed getting the Infinity that we used to use for this farm. Even then, it was like 2 levels under, so... But it was a corrosive Infinity. What do you think you're possibly gonna do? Nothing. What did you drop? Nothing. Hold on, nothing. Get out of the way, man. I'm busy. Oh, we got extra fire rate. I've killed 2 things. Also, getting the legendary soldier class mod on here is kind of like a must. Because reload times can be very jittery with the frame rate, so having things reload very quickly is... It's like you almost don't even see it sometimes when the performance is so bad, like you just kind of... The gun moves once, and you've been reloaded. Got the conference call here too. Oh, it's a slag though. Ah, it sucks. I think the slag conference call is like the worst one. I know a lot of people want the fire one. The fire conference call is kind of the main big one. Oh, come on. That killed the turret? One shot with this? I got the corrosive infinity pistol as well. On my 3rd or 4th attempt. Nice. You playing on a 360? 360? What's with all the shade to the 7th gen version of this game? The 360, the PS3... I mean, the 360, I think, looks slightly better than the PS3 because it has the lighting effect from the... Oh. If I see one buzzard with a white beacon, I'm shooting it out of the sky. And it's your fault. The 360 has the lighting effect, like when you look up at a light source, the light bends around the gun. PS3 didn't have that, unfortunately, so... Again, just a case of people not knowing how to develop for the PS3 in its early days, and graphical fidelity was left out as the result. The Mac version doesn't have that either. Like, you can play on a fully kitted out Mac, max out every single graphics setting, and it still won't do that. Like, I don't know. Are you playing on mobile? Mr. Donald, get out of the chat. Borderlands Mobile has long... It is gone. They ditched Borderlands Mobile earlier this month. We did do one stream on it, though, to kind of show off what it was and what it wasn't. That was fun. I really wish they do something with it. And not just like, oh, here was a cool testing phase, but that's it. Right, like, in that stream, I spoke my feelings about the game and what could potentially happen with it if they decide, you know, to go on and do stuff with it. It's a cool concept, having a my eye, having the storyline set in between 3 and 4, because there's a big gap between 3 and 4. It's like 5 years or something. How long? 2019 was when Borderlands 3 came out, and 2025... Borderlands 4 come out in 2025 or this year? I don't remember. I feel like Borderlands 4 came out last year. No, yeah, it did come out last year. It came out in September, because I was really pissed off. Started up university again, and I'm like, oh wow, I can't play it. Because game developers think it's a great idea to release a game right when school starts for everybody. Brick, go away, please and thanks. Is this on the calculator? Yeah, it's on a scientific calculator, a graphing calculator. It's on an amoeba cell. Somebody got doomed to run on literal cells. He's playing on the Soulja Boy console. No way, that's hilarious. I forgot about that thing. Craptastic emulation machine that was the Soulja Boy console. No, this has got to be on the Trump phone. He's not dead. It's the Trump phone that's realistically a 3-year-old phone already that was crap to begin with. I barely heard of Borderlands Mobile at all, and that's crazy that it's already gone. It was you could only get it on the American App Store. So I had to, like, bring up my, my burner Apple ID that I used to use on all my jailbroken stuff. I thought we had another Pearl. I looked at it like that again. Like, that looks like a Pearl beam, at least the top part of it does. But I took the burner Apple ID and then I changed the region to the States and then downloaded it on the iPhone XR that's being used as the face cam right now. And, you know, to my surprise, it ran decently on there. Like, it's not going to win any kind of beauty awards because it is the oldest device that technically supports the game. So, but this gun is large. But, it ran okay. It has very flaky controller support, though. Like, it works with the backbone attachment. But, like, the menus didn't work with the controller at all. Like, you had to tap the menu. So when I was streaming it, like, I had the phone sitting beside me here. And I had, like, the little Apple Lightning thing that lets you send your phone display to HDMI. But I had the phone sitting here, and I paired a PlayStation controller with it, and it worked in-game, but in the menus, like, I had to, like, go up and just tap everything while the thing was upside down, and, inventory management sucked, and some of the... Like, it was very much an unfinished version of a game. Like, there was a lot of things missing, and a lot of basic features just didn't work properly. But, you know, again, it was a testing thing, and people were unsure of what it actually was. Nobody was sure if it was even real when it came out, or if it was made by the official Borderlands people, and it was. It was, but, you know, it was out for, like, a couple weeks, or a month or something, and then they pulled it, and they're like, yeah, thank you for... So if you still have it on your phone, it'll just say thank you for testing, or thank you for taking part in the testing phase. I feel like people are better off emulating the Vita version on their phone to see it, if it runs better on there. I'm pretty sure it does run better on there, because the Vita version, outside of the PC version, is the only one to run at an unlocked frame rate. Like, I mean, yes, the 360 PS3 versions will dip under 30 at times, but it's very rare that they do, so I would consider that like a locked 30. And same with the Handsome version, the Handsome collections, they're aimed at 60. Very rarely do they go below that, but like generally I would say it's locked 60. But the Vita version has an unlocked frame rate, because you can achieve, in very few areas of the game, you can achieve 60 frames, and it'll go all the way down to like 20 something. So if you're emulating the game, then yeah, you give it more powerful hardware, it will reach whatever ceiling of performance it's been afforded. And yeah, it'll run, most likely, whatever you're playing it on, it'll run at 60. Hello. I've never tried to emulate the game, so I don't know, but... Do you happen to know any droppers or level boosters nowadays? Know them? I don't know. I don't have any on my speed dial list. Definitely not for the Vita version, I don't know. Brother. I gotta go to bed soon, man. You gotta drop one. You gotta do it. I'm hungry too. I thought I saw an E-Tech. I wasn't gonna take it or anything, but 1310. I bet this is on a Magnavox Odyssey. What even is that? On the PS Vita, indeed we are, my friend. We're on a PlayStation TV because it's the only way. There's a slag on the screen. It's the only way to get video out of this version without emulating it or like hardware modifying your Vita to have a display out for some reason. So yes, I have seen more and more people on Reddit though. They will take their handheld Vitas and make like a dock, like a Switch thing, and make a dock. I'm pretty sure it's through USB-C or maybe something else, and it'll, yeah, they'll like get a mirrored display of their Vita screen on a monitor. And to that I say, why would you do that? Just buy a PlayStation TV instead. It's got native Bluetooth support for PS3 and PS4 controllers, so you don't need to add another plugin for that. I don't know what resolution those Switch dock things that they make are outputting to, but this at least does 720p or 1080i. And you can install a mod on the PlayStation TV to run every Vita game, so there's no locked games on here, because most of them got locked because they didn't, there's no touch screen on the PlayStation TV, so... Mr. Zach, welcome, my friend. It's 4:51 p.m. here. Jeez, it's 2:52 in the morning here. Sounds like it's near dinner time for you, my friend. What are you making me? Holy Christmas, there's so many loud noises. I know some people get PTSD from the Black Ops zombie laughing noise. This is my PTSD. Him clicking around and this whole soundtrack. Ow. That didn't even hurt me, it just knocked me back. Out of the way, Sergeant. I just looked up the oldest console and that was the first one. Oh, the Odyssey. I've heard of it before. Don't really know much about it. Oh, there's no hardware modding for video capture on the Vita. It's just a plugin you can download and it would show up on OBS. Seriously? Huh. That's... What do they need to do for that? No. The first thing we get is a customization that we absolutely already own. Yep, this is the end of the channel. Are you kidding me, man? The first thing we get, 2 hours and 50 minutes in, and it's this thing. It's the valve head. Man, you suck. Maybe we're on the up, though. We're on the rise. Shamless stream, what a sham. I'm going to hurt you. Eggs, chips, and hash browns. That sounds like a delightful meal. We had some tater tots for dinner today. as part of the meal, not the whole meal, but like they're pretty good. Put them in the air fryer. Minty. Absolutely minty. What in the good green hell is this? This looks like a mistake shield of some kind. Borderlands 2 is the perfect game to have on the Vita. Like, if you're trying to make a big game, like a home console game, put on a system like this, this kind of art style lends itself perfectly with the Vita because it's almost ageless. Like, it looks decent no matter kind of how low of the fidelity it's on. Yeah, there's an auto plugin app on the Vita, so it can just install that and you just use a USB cable to your PC and Vita. It's pretty cool, but I think the PS2 is more convenient. Really? I could have sworn, like, or maybe I just didn't really read into it, but like, I thought people had to like modify the motherboard or something to include video out or something. That's actually pretty handy that they're able to do it over USB 2. I'd imagine there's like some decent input lag or something over USB 2 because that's not the fastest thing in the world for video capture, right? Like the capture card that I'm using is USB 3 or 3.1 or something. But like you kind of need that for it to be real time. At least. I'm betting a 77, Sham. You're just trying to hurt my feelings at this point. Did you see my message in the Discord about the battery? I did not. When did you send that? I have not been on Discord today. What's the battery? What's troubling you? You're still awake? Indeed we are, Mr. Fatal. Not for too much longer, though. But I would kind of like to find a Sham before we end it off. But that has not... I have not been lucky in the past with that. Yippee! No new Shams, no. Bold to play this version? Yes, bold is a word of that you could have chosen. Yes, bold. Don't worry, we're well versed in this version. We know its ins and outs and its quirks and everything. Like 9:40 a.m. for you or for me? I don't know. I probably didn't see it. I'll have to look. But like, oh okay. What are you playing on? We're playing on the Samsung Smart Fridge. No, we're playing on a PS Vita. PlayStation TV. I saw customization. I know there's hope. Just drop a shield. I don't care what it is. 94 would be preferable, but like, just drop a shield. I'm just running, speed running while I'm still awake here at this point. Anything? No. Alright. Vita load times activate. Wasn't working and wouldn't fully charge, so I installed the battery fixer and that helped the issue. Seems like more and more people's OLED Vitas are starting to have that issue, and I don't know what it is. Like, it's not the battery itself that does that, because changing it, or I don't know. The people say online, and I don't fully believe this, the battery fixer plugin is supposed to simulate you unplugging and plugging the battery back in to a Vita. However, when you do that, like if you actually open the thing up and unplug the battery and plug it back in, it does not have the same effect as using the battery fixer app. Like the battery fixer app is doing something else, and I'm pretty sure it's changing something at like a BIOS level that you don't have control over, to change how the system checks for the battery. Because if you do it and you know you don't properly uninstall that plugin, then even when you unmod the system, it will still, like, sometimes you can get it where when you put it into sleep mode, the system will still shut itself off after 10 seconds because that's what the battery fixer has told it to do when checking the status of the battery. So Yeah, be careful with that one. Playing on a Cheeto spec. I see the chats, hang on. But yes, for some people, the battery fixer app or plugin has helped, which is good. But I have yet to see that issue pop up on Slims. Like, I have two OLED models that kind of happened to. The original one that I was talking about earlier, the one that my brother used to have. And then a white one that I bought off eBay for to be a donor, pretty much. It also suffered that issue, so I'm not sure if it's like a battery controller issue on the board itself, or what. And the video feedback can feel laggier if you're trying other things on PC. I tried using it to stream on Discord, but I just ended up looking at the Vita itself. Yeah, I mean, like, with most capture cards, you generally don't want to be, like, you as the player don't want to be playing it mainly off the capture window, because there is input lag introduced with that. Or latency or something, so if possible, buy an HDMI splitter and then just, you know, play it off the TV. Oh, look at that shot. Right out of the sky. Like my hopes of getting a 94 Sham. Sir, where are you? Today would be nice. Kaboom! Kabla- Get out of my way. I'm betting the 94 Sham is gonna fall off the edge when it drops. Not the, like, I'm not even looking over the edge, so I wouldn't even know if it fell. Might be able to in the fridge. Sounds like a fun project. I mean, that's your project. You can do that. Now imagine you get the 94 Sham, then right after you get a World Drop Sham from your next boss fight, like World Drop 94. That would hurt me severely, I think. All that work and then, yeah, like, that's Murphy's Law, though. You spend so much time and dedication doing something, and then, like, the second you're not doing it, that's when you get it. You haven't been dropping that many blues for us, surprisingly, which usually, you know, sometimes, not that I'm looking for one. Star Wars 1313, magic number, there's a butcher. Minecraft stream when? Tomorrow night at some point. Mr. Zach, you have a Vita, yes? If you would like to also be part of it, feel free. If you have Minecraft on your Vita. I'm gonna friend you if that's the case. I miss Star Wars Battlefront 2015. I mean, you can still play it. Finding a match might be a little challenging in the bigger game modes, but like, you can still go back and play it. The servers are still up. Still got a couple clips saved on the PS4 when the game launched for the first time. I thought it was incredible. Like, the graphics on there were incredible. They're still incredible. Like, EA, the Frostbite engine, they did a good job with both Battlefronts. They look really nice, especially on the base kind of console hardware that it came out on. The laptop that Ben gave me, his laptop, some HP piece of crap laptop, AMD something. That thing cannot run Battlefront 2 to save its life. It technically, like, should, but I think the CPU is just too weak. There's no graphics card in it. But, like, I have everything turned down, especially, like, even in the config file, I turned everything off. Lowered the resolution to 600p, which is lower than what the game will let you set it. And setting it to 600p is the only way it will boot into an online match. It will time out trying to load in everything at 720p and kick you to the main menu. What are you doing? You can't pre-fire the spin like that. It's not fair. But, yeah. So buy a PS4 or something. You can find them for like $80 and they'll run the game at 1080p 60 for you just fine. If you're trying to game on a budget. Yeah, I do, and okay, cool, sounds good. Alright. I still have yet to decide. It's either tomorrow night or the night after, I don't know. I have yet to decide what I actually want to do in that stream. Is Vader gay? I don't think so. Alright, I'll aim for 1,320 runs. And if we don't get a sham by then, I will have to call the stream, because my eyes are starting to shut here. And sleep is calling to me. So we'll try. I'm going to try my best to get you a sham here. Come on. Do your worst. 1317, is that what you're calling? You're calling that the sham drop? Just pull up the blanket off the couch over there, just fall asleep. Very tempting. It's gonna be like a 78 sham when it drops. If we get one. Not even the one that you want, just the literally the worst thing. Gotta help with dinner, so gonna dip. Nice seeing you for a bit. Alright, Mr. Zach. Mission always comes first. Take it easy, my friend. Hope you have a nice meal. Calling 1317 when you go to bed. I said 1320. Why would I stop? Like, I'm not like deathly tired, but like I am tired. So, you know, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna stop 3 runs short of the goal. Claptrap knows the secret of trading items between your characters. Look for his secret stash. No. Shotguns work wonders when disposing of racks. I think shooting them with bullets will also do wonders. Look at the stamina, look at the jumps. The athleticism is uncanny. Do you know where I can find a sham? You still got a shot off, you suck. What the hell is you doing here? Nobody ever comes in that door. Why does, like, some of the recoil just fire it right so far up? No other console does this. The recoil is not that bad on the Herald. You gotta stop hitting me, brother. Bam. Boss, like, do you know where I could find a sham? I was then shot 57 times. I was then stabbed 37 times in the chest. So that AI voice. I love that. I love that guy's voice. People started using it in ads, and I'm just thinking, like, I can't watch those kinds of ads and not laugh. My girlfriend asked me, "Do you love me? Do you love me forever?" I says no. Before I could follow up with, "I love you fives ever." Get it? Bam. She already killed herself. I love that video. The seals. Do I gotta get on my knees and pray or something? Do I need to convert to be Christian? What do I need to do? I feel like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Lost his powers and he's sitting at the window. Am I not supposed to have what I want? What I need? What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna cut myself and inscribe 94 Sham into me if we don't get it. It's like something out of Saw, you know, they just grab your arm, have the pen there, and then they just write in your arm, 94 Sham. Capped at 61, what version is this? This is the Alexa microwave version of the game. No, this is the PS Vita version. It only got the it's the shield again. I've seen it twice now. It only got the UVHM upgrade pack 1, so it only got 11 more levels past 50. Hence the level 61. So no Digistruct peak, no OP levels, no level 72 or level 80. Definitely no Fight for Sanctuary. So, yes, this is a that's pretty convenient. Web slinger. I'm just talking about Spider-Man. My power, my responsibility. Who am I? I'm shamless man. My gift, my curse. I'm pretty sure he says that in the first one. And boy, is it a curse. Borderlands 2 Android Edition is better than Vita. You know what? I don't doubt that. Isn't the people who play it on Android, aren't they just emulating the Vita version though? So isn't it like technically the Vita version? It's just way better because the game has an uncapped frame rate, so throw more powerful hardware at it and it will run better. Somebody should emulate this on a like 5090 Ti PC with an i9 whatever version they're on now. Guarantee you're not hitting 60. Oh my god, what am I aiming at? What the hell is you throwing at me? I'm surprised they didn't add the upgrade pack to it. Imagine it would be hard to put in. No, see, here's the thing with the upgrade packs. I'm pretty sure the features of the upgrade pack are already built into the base game. And the reason I think that is because if you transfer your character onto a PS3 or PS4, something that has level 72, right? And you put a level 72 item in your inventory, obviously you can't use it, but you can see it, right? If you transfer the character back onto the Vita, that item will still be in your inventory, and it will display as level 72 required. So my guess is that the content already exists in the base game. Because, I mean, what's it doing? It's just increasing the level cap, giving you more skill points, and adding the pearl weapons. That's all that UVHM 2 pack does. But if the Vita is able to already display that without having the upgrade pack installed, and was never given the possibility of having it installed, then um, I'm guessing that it already exists in the game. Conference call, by the way. It ain't capital 61. That's just your Wi-Fi, buddy. We'll make that a shirt too, Mr. Donut Lord. Talking about his level, not his FPS. That ain't his level. It's just your Wi. Bro's just linking that into everything. No, the Android version was the real port 10 years ago. Oh, for the Nvidia Shield. I forgot about that version. Playing BL2, but completely built in Minecraft with redstone. I wouldn't be shocked. I forgot. I was always curious about that, the Nvidia Shield version, whether it was like an actual. So then, when are people able to emulate the Nvidia Shield version on like Android phones? Then, like, is that a thing, or is that version just fully locked to the Nvidia Shield and is never seen again? Because do Nvidia Shields still exist? They were a big thing in like the early 2010s because they could do 4K. Ooh, 4K YouTube, because it sure as hell wasn't playing games in 4K. Unless it was Uno. We're gonna have the most niche merch. I know. The Let's Win Some Games shirt. It's just your Wi-Fi buddy shirt. The Ben selling shirt. You know what? That if the channel ever does make money, that'll be something fun to do. 'Cause that's what it's all about. We'll put the final Rec Room picture on a shirt, too. That we took. It's alright. 4 more runs to go on the night. It's after 3 a.m., good God. Gonna be a nice sleep. I feel like it's somehow lost media. I can't find any recent posts of someone playing the Nvidia version. I mean, I'm sure like the Vita version, people aren't just going out of their way to play the Nvidia Shield version. Like, I'm sure it probably has an even smaller community compared to this. What do you think's bigger, the Nvidia Shield community or the Borderlands 2 VR community? I guarantee they're like the size of some random place on Earth you didn't think ever existed, yet there's like a whole tribe there somehow. You can download an APK of the game for the Nvidia Shield version and play it on older Android phones or emulate it on the Android emulator for your phone. That just sounds like a lot of work, though. But I mean, it's nice to know that it's even possible. I'd be interested to see like the graphics presets and everything on that version. Like what they had kind of landed on, if it's similar to this version at all. I'm pissed that the stream will probably never hear my voice ever again on your channel now that Rec Room is going to be on. What about Borderlands? We have Borderlands 1 and Borderlands pre-sequel. I just got a notification on my phone. Who's sending me things this late at night? Or maybe it's an email. Some automated email. You're not. How dare you stand where he stood? Where the Sham is supposed to go. I don't have a PS3 mic. Well, then there's only one way to solve that problem, Mr. Fatal. The internet has... oh, look at that. Mr. Loyalty, the creator of the intro song to the streams, has posted a new song on his channel called Sunnyside. I've put a link to that song in the description of the streams now, by the way. So, yes, I understand the thing that I had put on, like, the citation on the front, because he has, like, a little emoji-looking face in it. Just searching up Pay the Man doesn't get you his channel, so I put a link into it, so it should be a lot easier. I felt like I was such a character whenever I popped in. Oh, and the record. I mean, hey, PS Vita community Borderlands 2 is probably bigger than Android, but it's still cool. It can be done. It really is, you know. All these niche versions of the game coming together, and you know, it's just nice that they exist. Borderlands Mobile just came out the other day. It looks cool. It's a full Borderlands. What do you mean just... What? Brother, what day do you think it is? It came and went. It's gone. Like, it unofficially released end of April or mid-April, whenever it was. I did a stream on it. Like, I streamed it off of an iPhone XR, and we played some of it. And it's done now, though. Like, it was just a testing phase thing. I'm assuming to see what an original Borderlands mobile game could look like. Because it was missing a lot of stuff. And then early May, they axed it. Like, they're like, oh, we're done testing, so now if you just open the game, that's all you see. You can't play it anymore, unfortunately. But it was fun, you know what? It had a lot of rough edges. Definitely needs a whole lot of polish. Like, it was far from a finished product. But the concept was cool. Look at that depth. Why, when he does this phase switching thing, does all audio around him get amplified? What kind of effect is that? It's already gone. I just saw a video on it the other day. It is gone. When was that video that you watched posted? Because it could have been an older video. But yeah, it had its very short little life. Like, if you want to look at the one that we did, just scroll through the live section on the channel. We streamed it. Oh, I missed. Don't hurt me. Granted, I streamed it on an iPhone XR, so it's not the best way to play the game, but it still worked. Like, I think the fact that it was an unfinished game kind of helped its chances on the iPhone XR. Bro. I've lost hope. Collecting all this money to fill the void that is the Sham. I missed out on the beta, damn. I know. It had a decent amount of stuff and potential for what it was, so. But I'm pretty sure there's like plenty of evidence and stuff on online, so if you really want to get a sense for what it was, then you shouldn't have a hard time finding that. I got an eyelash in my eye, and it's poking the inside part of my eye. It's posted like a week ago on Tech Mazing. What? A week ago? Oh, that has to be like a video that they held on to, because the game hasn't been operational from, I think, May 6th or something was the last day it was on. Wish me luck, broski. Gonna go farm for the unkempt arrow and the fast. Well, I wish you luck, my friend. Luckily for you, you can do both farms in one run, so you can go for bowl and then go for savagely. I remember playing on the Vita and having to... Why does my chat keep cutting off? And having to start over like 3 times because of memory card errors. Oh, that sucks, man. Yes, I know. There is some crashing that you do need to get used to when playing this version, and it can mess with your saves. Luckily for us, it hasn't messed with a save whenever it's crashed. It's just really annoying to have to redo whatever section you were in the process of doing. Can the PS Vita and Can the PS Vita and PS4 play together? No, they can't, unfortunately. No version of Borderlands 2, to my knowledge, has crossplay, which includes these ones, but you can cross-save. You can take your save file or your character, I got an eyelash in my right eye, and upload it to a PS3 or PS4 and play it there. And then you can go the other way around as well, like you can upload your save to a PS Vita and take that wherever you want to go, as long as the character is level 61 or under and does not have any of the content from the DLC. I mean, you can still load the character on the Vita, even if the character has stuff from a DLC that the Vita didn't get. It would just not let you access that stuff. Like, it will disappear from your inventory. So, but it's still capable. I shockingly got to UHM and all. I played it. I'm getting killed. What's happening? Oh, you suck, brother. Get up here. I need to kill the turret. Come on. Don't make me kill you again. That is unfair. Brother. I've played this on every port. Hey, yo, I got the fastball. My first attempt. Good job, man. There you go. What kind was it? Man, I wish they did crossplay for this game. Xbox would definitely keep this game alive. Especially with their anyone can join menu of games. Ah. Yes, it would help. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the PS4 and modern Xbox communities are the most active with PC. But, you know, putting them all together would definitely help the older consoles out a little bit. They had their heydays, but people have kind of left them behind for the better stuff. At least he was a quick kill. Caught both of them first try. No way. So thank you for the follow, my friend. Wait, did you get the Deepa first try? Do you like number 4? What's oh, Borderlands 4. Like, do I like the number 4? I don't mind Borderlands 4. It's, you know, there's been a lot of debate on what kind of game it's supposed to be and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I think it's still a fun game. Like, is it Borderlands? Maybe not fully, like, it doesn't feel fully like Borderlands. But outside of that, it's still a fun game to play. I think that's what matters. Level 35 explosive fastball and explicit unkept herald. You know what? That's still okay. For not having any of them literally 2 seconds ago, that's alright. And the explosive one's decent too. No element. Just looked up Borderlands Mobile and it's still up. It just says they kicked people because the players were high and new players aren't allowed to play it. Huh? Really? Okay. I don't know if I'm able to log in because like I'm an older player on it. Like I've logged in before. So like it should still let me play it. I don't know. That's weird. It's like I would have thought they like shut down the server for it because it was online only, right? You make me wait until nighttime and still don't give me anything. This is the 61 Max on Vita. It is, my friend. The Vita... Oof, been there. The Vita only got the UVHM upgrade pack 1, so it only got the 11 levels instead of the 22 levels. Mr. MK Wolf, what are you doing? Why do you keep coming online? You know what? I should be able to see what you're doing through here. If I go to the invite screen. Nothing. Mr. Flip is playing Overwatch on the PS4. I wonder if he's in the stream. Probably not. Yeah, no, he's just online. He's not playing any particular game. All right. This is what the Vita Friends menu looks like, by the way. The invite screen. Nobody's online, I imagine. Nope. Did you play the Battlefield mobile beta game before it got canned? I don't think I did. I thought that one was still around too. Like, I remember seeing something about it. I can honestly say I don't think so. Go to my profile. It's on the Vita. Like, that's the closest I can go to on here. Like, I can't look into the profile. I have to load up the Friends app, and that would require me to close the game because the Vita doesn't have enough RAM to have the two apps open at the same time on the Friends menu. What, like, just look at your thing? The gamer tag? What's so special about it? God, this menu is not, just dox all the people on my friends list. It's Mr. Donut Lord, by the way. Yeah? What am I looking for? Battery level low. No! Do it. Brother, what do you keep coming online for? Is this like code for help? I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, I can't click any further than that. Do it. Came out during COVID for Battlefield Mobile. It was out for maybe a month and it was really? That's it? Did it was it like a side companion thing to that the battle, was it 2048 or something? 2042, 2036. What was that Battlefield name? I don't know. The one before Battlefield 6. A month is crazy though. Like, that's no time at all for what was supposed to be, I'm assuming, a full game. LMAO, bruh. Don't you dare leave, you still have life. No. Keep it. Boom. A wall. My eyes. Got one more run after this. And then we shall give her a rest. Man, oh man, how does one go this long without a sham?
Now that's amazing.
It's a lot of green weapons, at least. That's That's pretty cool. He's on Borderlands. There's no way. That's sick. You know what? If he's still on after the final Sham run, maybe we'll pop into his game, see how he's doing. It was a FPS basically based on Battlefield 3, but mobile COD or COD Mobile was too big, so it didn't last. Ah, okay. I mean, I feel like if they tried that again, it would probably do better. Is bro trying to join my Sham stream or something? I'm going for Southpaw, Steam, and Power for the other legendary. What other legendary are you looking for? These trops are doing you dirty. Yeah, I know, man. Taking the life out of me. Let's see. One more run. Final, I forgot to do the thing. Final run of the night. And then if Mr. MK Wolf is online, we'll pop into his game so we can see what the multiplayer looks like quickly. Whatever these bosses drop. But you know what? That's fair. 3,000 likes on Steam. Gee, or TikTok. Brain mush. I appreciate all that, my friends. Appreciate that. You know, even if I'm background noise to somebody, it's you know what? It's still community in a sense. You gonna be a fast kill or no? It's the worst way. It's okay though, we're mowing him down pretty quickly here. He's still alive. That's unfortunate. Don't worry. Not for long. Unless your boys have a 94 Sham, they can go away. Or any Sham. Brother, how do you keep coming on and offline? Are you actually in Borderlands or no? That does not look promising. Man, it's not promising. Really? Whole stream, 3.5 hours. And no Sham. I apologize for everybody looking forward to that. You better not have thrown that off the cliff. Man, dude. That is unfortunate. Probably crashing in Borderlands. You know what? That's probably what's going on. Well, at least today wasn't all for nothing. In the Borderlands, yeah. At least today wasn't all for nothing. We did find a pearlescent bear cat, which is pretty cool. We found a customization, which is not very cool. I kind of want Mr. MK Wolf to load into a game here. I want to join his world. Never mind, he's gone. What the hell? What gives? What happened? Why you stop? Okay. Well. In any case, my friends, I thank you all so much for being in the stream here tonight. You guys make these streams what they are, whether we're talking about the game or talking about life in general. It's always fun having conversations with you, new and old viewers of the channel. And it's just nice to see so many passionate individuals for this game or this console or both or just whatever. You know what? It's just nice to have community talking and discussing things we enjoy. So appreciate you all for that. And like I said earlier, Minecraft PS Vita stream will either be tomorrow or the day after. We'll continue on our world there. I'll try and think of something for us to do in there. But yeah, we'll revisit that. But Mr. Skeleton, you're still here. Thank you for the stream. It was chill. No problem, my friend. My phone is about to die and I'm gonna head off to bed, bro. This was fun to watch though, dude. I enjoy watching your streams for real. See ya. So good night, Mr. Skeleton. Have a great night's sleep. Do you have the PS Vita TV? I do have the PS Vita TV. That is how we are streaming the game using the HDMI output on here and running it through an Elgato Neo capture card. And the PS TV has Ethernet, which is also kind of a must if you're using this. The Wi-Fi kind of sucks on here for speed and reliability. So, but in any case, I will see you all within the next couple days. Get some sleep if it is nighttime for you, and if it is daytime for you, enjoy the rest of your day. I am gonna go to sleep because I'm currently falling asleep in the seat as we speak. So